evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you all doing? Welcome to another dirty episode of the Dirty Four podcast. I'm Claudio Capri. We got Joey LaFlamme. We got Victoria Blair. Peter, he's going to be coming in when he comes in. Just before we get to our guest and comment, if you're watching this on Facebook, head on over to YouTube. There's like a rectangular square that says subscribe. Press it because we've got a lot of stuff happening every week.
And if you don't, that make us sad. That's
Exactly. So just before, hello everybody in the chat. We've got Jess Sorrell, we got Captain Yolo, we got Thompson, we got Raul, and Peter came in at the perfect time.
Obrigado.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guest is the funny man. He moved from Montreal to Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Luke Lynndale. Luke, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Better.
Great.
Better.
As good as the weather.
Hey, wait a minute. That was cloudy all day.
Okay, in Florida.
Okay, just let me check.
It's hurricane season.
It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's fucked up, Dad. It's fucked up. How you guys doing? What's up, Mel?
Now, well, it's mostly cloudy too, man. So, what's up with you? What's happening?
Yeah, Peter, what's happening?
Are
man?
you okay, Peter? Is it
sir.
because Claudio was sick?
No, I thought Claudio was the guy in Italy. I don't know if it was you or your cousin, Claudio. There was a guy in Italy that he went on break for 15 years.
Oh, that's great.
And then he's been collecting money, so he's going to jail. So is that you or
on break from work?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, I saw that article you shared on Facebook.
Before we go regarding with Luke, oh my god, that is the dumbest way to collect money for 15 fucking years. I was looking because I was reading this. I'm like, no one's just dumb to fucking follow this, right? And the more I'm reading this, I'm like, man, people are stupid. And then at the end, I'm like, man.
Yeah, but at the beginning, it's like just the employee being an asshole. Like for the first week, after 2 weeks, starts to be the company being completely stupid. Like after 15 years, you kind of realize the company doesn't give a flying fuck about what's going on with its money.
I would have loved to hear his excuses for not coming into work. You know,
how fucking clueless as a CEO or company or whatever the fuck you need to be to pay a guy to stay home for 15 years.
Shit. Amelie, Luke, I like your setup in the background. I like the bookshelf. You.
Thanks, man.
I mean? So goddamn, I got no books, so that's why I'm a fucking idiot. But so what you guys do, you know. Oh god,
there his money.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that one time. You know, I didn't get paid, but I did that. I was working at a sandwich place on Peel Street, above de Maisonneuve.
Oh shit!
And I used to live on de la Montagne, just north of Sherbrooke. Anyways, and one day the guy was getting all upset with me, and I was like, okay, well, I went for break, and then I just never went back. I was like, fuck, I'm just done with this, man. Like, I can't handle. Oh man, I just couldn't handle it.
Oh my god,
too much.
So you lived in Montreal for a bit, then? I thought you were like
Montreal. I come from the South Shore. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what it is. Hey.
Which I think at the moment most of it is Longueuil, right? I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like Brossard, they've kind of amalgamated all of it or something like that. From what I hear.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but they still got the farmers market, so I'm down. I'm down with them. It's all good.
Yeah. I went there. I went back to Montreal maybe 2-3 years ago, and I was one of those people who were like, "Oh my god, when I was a kid, there was a field here." You know, oh, there was no road here when I was a kid. Oh my god, what's going on here? Oh, you can get through here now. Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought you come back and be like, "Oh, the pothole's bigger." Oh, that's fucking.
What I noticed though that people drive in Montreal slower is what I noticed.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
and like on the highway, generally, like my God, in Toronto, like I mean, people are doing 120, 130, 140 easy. And in Montreal, it seemed like, man, I was doing 110 and I felt like, Jesus Christ, like, why am I passing everyone, you know?
Because you're doing 110. That's why.
110. They're passing the police officers. They're like, what the fuck is this?
I had a police officer follow me one time from like Papineau all across the Champlain Bridge on the 132. And probably halfway down, I don't know if you guys know the South Shore, but Roland-Terrien, anyways, which is probably like a good 40 minutes. A cop was following me the whole time to give me a ticket, and I never noticed him because I was speeding.
Oh my God, that is an amazing.
I was like, Jesus. Like, wow, the guy's committed, you know?
He's committed to get that $200 from me, you know?
Did he have his lights on? Or like...
Who knows what he was doing? I don't know.
Wait. Was he a cop or was he a guy who was dressing up pretending to be a cop?
No, it was a cop. But I like how Victoria thought that when he stopped me, I looked at him and go like, what's going on with you? Why don't you work harder to get my attention? What's your problem? Like that's what I would say to him. Excuse me, how fast were you going? Were you there the whole time? Like, honk louder. That's what I would say to him.
Oh my
I
God.
like Victoria's reaction.
Or what you do is you stop for the police officer. You see? Come and get smart like that.
Wait, you don't?
No, I'm saying
you're supposed to do that.
No, I'm saying instead of him chasing you,
don't stop.
Hold on.
I don't get the second degree.
No, here's the thing. Instead of having the cop waste his time because he's probably eating Krispy Kreme donuts, and let him eat it in peace. You do the job. You stop right before. So instead of him making him chasing you for 40 minutes, you just go, sir, I know you've been following me for 10 minutes. I'm gonna pull over.
Okay, Claudio, let me explain what happens, okay? When the cop chases you, right? You pull over, and then they talk to you, and then they give you a ticket. You don't just keep going.
That's what you're supposed... They're not supposed to catch you. It's not a...
Real life. GTA is not real life, man.
Also, Claudio, maybe I didn't explain the story properly. I was driving. I didn't know the guy was there. Your hypothetical thing is assuming I know he's there. I didn't know he was there. You're giving me strategies on how to deal with him. If I knew he was, I didn't know he was there. That's the whole point.
Jesus Christ.
I like it.
Oh man, I like the.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind the next time I see a cop chasing me. Even though another time I was going to here in Toronto, I was going to Thanksgiving, and a cop stopped me, and I was on the highway, and there was this person in front of me, and a lot of highway cops here, they're in these black cars, right? And this person was being a real jerk, so I got in front of them and slowed down, you know what I mean, kind of slammed that or whatever, and did this kind of thing. And that turned out to be a cop.
Oh.
It turned out to be a cop. And the cop, she stopped me. And then she came over and then she was like, hey, man, do you know what you were doing? And I was like, yeah, man, I didn't like the way you were driving. You know what I mean? I thought it was dangerous. That's what I said there. And then she went on and she explained. And anyways, and then she said, what's the big deal? I said, listen, it's Thanksgiving and I'm supposed to be at my in-laws 45 minutes ago. And you know how it is. My mother-in-law, she's not going to be impressed. She was like, well, you shouldn't have done this, but I understand. And she let me go. I couldn't believe it.
God,
that person was already on his quota in terms of tickets, so you were fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
if it was getting late on quota, you would have a ticket for sure.
Yeah.
That's right.
If it was Peter, that person would probably be like, get out.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna break car windows. Be like, what are you doing, sir? It's Christmas. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You shouldn't do that, but
Let me know how it works out, Peter.
No problem.
But based on Victoria from before, when she came up to me, I should have said, what were you doing? Honk louder. I should have said that, right?
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Why is she in a black car? You don't know she's a cop.
Exactly.
She might be a mobster. Who knows?
Entrapment.
I should be allowed to do anything I want. You're in a black car.
Exactly. Yeah. Or just use the Claudio thing and be like, "Do you have any Krispy Kreme donuts?" I don't know what I don't know why Claudio.
Listen,
I don't know why Claudio went there.
Actually, no. You know what? No joke. So at the hospital, right? So they gave me time to because when I was not injected with needles, so I decided to go outside for some fresh air. and I swear to God, I saw a cop in front of the hospital holding a sixth thing of Krispy Kreme, and he was eating it with another buddy. And I'm like,
They're allowed to eat donuts.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
What
I
is
know.
wrong with you?
I know.
What are you racist?
Yeah,
No,
what's
I'm
the
just-
problem with the cops?
Yeah.
No, I'm
You got
just
a problem with
saying,
cops now?
No, I'm just
You're an
observing what I
anarchist now?
saw.
What's the problem with you, you little
Yeah,
punk?
man.
Oh, defund the cops because they eat
Yeah,
Krispy
is that
Kreme
you?
donuts?
Yeah, not because of the violence. It's the
Exactly.
donuts.
Exactly.
It's the donuts.
Those assholes. No, I cannot eat donuts. Nobody can eat donuts.
I'm very obsessed. I'm obsessed with your wife. What happened?
Actually, a nurse offered me. She goes, hey, you
She
know,
offer you donuts when you know you're
yeah,
diabetes?
yeah. And I'm like, she goes, Seth, so, do you wanna, because at one point after again they were drugging me, right? I was weak as fuck, and they needed to give me, to lift my energy. She goes, hey, I can always give you a donut, and I'm like,
Internet died, I guess. He was smiling for a
No.
while. Oh, that's fine. He's going to come back,
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So yeah. So
Can you
she
imagine like scandals with the SPVM again? A cop
Eating
gave a
donuts.
lethal injection of donut to a diabetes kid.
Please, no.
And
Oh my God, what happened? Sorry, guys.
Oh, no worries. I was like,
You
God.
were
The
just
cops- the
smiling.
cops
We
found
thought we
out.
were really funny.
The cops found you got donuts? God.
The cops found out and they pulled the plug on me for a few minutes.
Oh, shit.
God damn.
It's like,
Teach
you're
me
the
a
one we were
lesson.
chasing. We were chasing you for, we're still chasing you.
Exactly.
Oh, man. That's what it is, man. Now,
Exactly.
I was Toronto with the lockdowns, Luke. Are you're in Toronto or?
Yeah, I'm in Toronto. You know
Yeah.
what? For me, the only time I've really kind of gone out in any sort of restrictive or sort of more normal way was probably last August.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So like between August and October of last year, I'd say. And so
Okay,
for
okay.
me, even though it has, been modified to some extent in certain ways,
Yeah.
I haven't modified how I'm doing things. So I haven't felt the same level of frustration I think that other people have felt. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, you used it indoors,
Yeah. I mean, I live with my 87-year-old father, so I'm a little bit careful with that. And my wife is
Oh,
immune
right.
compromised, and I have a young daughter, so
Okay.
I'm kind of a classic case to be super careful.
Yeah, it's the
Obviously.
worst combo ever.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
during
shoot.
COVID, not in normal time, but during COVID is the
Oh,
worst
yeah.
duel
No.
to have at your own.
It sounds like a great life. That's not what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Exactly.
Yeah, because there's a lot of there's a couple of people from Toronto that you'll notice I see on Instagram, and they're going like the conspiracy route. Like I don't know if you're hearing about like the police state that there people are saying it's coming or
Yeah.
like
I don't
like
know,
for-
man.
no.
Here it's pretty easy to make the case since we are the only one with curfew and everything. But in Ontario, you need it's a pretty good stretch because they don't seems to have like as much restriction as we do right now.
No,
Am I wrong?
True. No, true.
No, but
True.
I'm asking Luke because he's in Ontario, so he might
You
know
guys have a
better than me.
curfew and stuff?
We
Yeah.
don't have a curfew, no. Yeah, I
No?
think there was a curfew in Quebec at one point, right?
Yeah,
You're
No, we
still
still have.
We still have it. We still have it.
we're still in it.
That's 8 p.m.
Yeah, right
It's
now,
so
right now we
early.
cannot be out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the challenge for me and all this stuff is that I think that this stuff, like in most things in life, I think like if you can make it black and white, it makes it easier, right? Like so, what I mean is
Yeah.
that at the end of the day, you either believe that it's easily transmissible and it can then kind of grow through the population exponentially, like move through it, and also that it can mutate. You either believe in that,
Yeah.
or you don't believe in one of those things, and therefore nothing matters, right?
Right.
I feel though what we're trying to do is we're trying to be picky and kind of slice it down the middle. And that's what's happening, right? It's like we're trying to slice it down the middle and everything is fucked, man. It's like you're trying to lose weight, but still eat like half of the cakes you were eating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like you gotta be either committed to losing the weight or you're not. And you got to make super strict kind of decisions or not. And if you don't, then you end up right in the middle, and you kind of maybe lose some, but then you gain it again, and it goes back. Like this is exactly how people gain and lose weight and whatever, right? It's the same sort of concept, right?
Right. I feel you there. Yeah, I feel you there. It's just like it just seems like it's starting to pick up with the new like it being more strict in Ontario than.
But I feel it's like this. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes. People will say this, right? They'll meet someone and they'll be like, well, at least he could have said hi, as an example, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, right? They'll say that, right? And then they'll meet another person and the person will only say hi. And then they'll be like, yeah, but he could have said more than just hi.
Hi, yeah. That's it.
Wait a minute, but weren't you just happy with hi was enough? Like, I mean, like, so I feel like what's happening in Ontario is like a lot of people before they were like, listen, man, open some things. Like, could you open something? And so Ford was like, okay, we'll open something. And then now those people are like, why'd you open anything? And I'm like, we opened something because you were complaining about that. So they did what you wanted. You know what I mean? And now the same people are complaining on the other, like, we're people, right? It's like it's feeding a monster. The more you give people, the more they want, right? So now they're upset because it's flip-flopping. But if he didn't flip-flop, if he was super strict, they would be complaining about that, right? Like, you can't win in this.
For sure.
And also, I'm pretty sure when they were giving us something, like, everybody has it's something they want to be open first, right? So he has to make a choice. So obviously, there were people that were pissed off when he opened that something.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there were still people crying over it.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, I mean, I think that what we all tend to forget is that this started with one person, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if we think of North America, for example, one person had it in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which literally means if you're being super strict about it, which means that when we know this is over is when literally no one has it.
Yeah.
But no one wants to do that, and I'm not suggesting that that's what we should be waiting for because but what I'm saying is that. But then how do you manage? How do you manage between getting to zero? What number do we feel good about?
Yeah.
And I think that's all the debate, right? Is 1,000 good or is 200,000 good? I don't know. Like,
Looks
like
like
what number do we feel good at? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm betting now they're betting on herd immunity. Like, if you have it, at least it's not the worst case scenario when you have it, because now we're never getting to zero ever. Like, basically, like, it's in the population, it will be around, and I don't see like we're going to go to zero. So the strategy is more like, okay, so how do we make sure that if that happen again, if there's another wave like this one, like, people will be
herd
protected
immunity is
and
an
still
issue, though, right?
Hmm?
Herd immunity is an issue.
Yeah, it is.
You got to get to 70 to 75% of the population with the vaccine.
Exactly.
And I know in the States, for example, because they're more open, it seems, about, but I don't think they're getting to 70%. I don't know if in Canada we're going to get to 70.
I have no idea. Well, we're still debating about the vaccines and stuff. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, there are people that don't want to get vaccinated at all because they don't trust AstraZeneca, so they're going to wait on Pfizer and the other one to come on.
Well, some people just believe that. I think there's all different types of beliefs, right? Some people believe it's just a cold. Some people believe that, well, if they get it, like, it won't affect them. Whatever, right? There's different ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
But they might not get it.
They were an old hockey player. Like, he got it and he was at the hospital for a while. Like, basically, he was really healthy. He was like taking care of his health and everything. He was doing everything right to be healthy, and then he got it and he was at the hospital, like, all the tube and everything. So no, don't bet on your health on this one, because it seems to be like a fucking Russian roulette thing going on.
Hey.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's like cancer, right? I mean, some people, live a certain way, and another person lives practically the same way, and one person gets cancer of some kind, and the other person doesn't, right? And we don't kind of know what they did different, and some of it has to do with genetics and hereditary type stuff and whatever. I think it's all.
Yeah, exactly. Like Keith Richards, basically. It's all based on Keith Richards. Like, Keith Richards is somehow still alive, while there's some people really healthy that will die younger of cancer.
That's called money.
Fucking random.
That's called money.
Yeah.
No, Joe.
You think it's a South Park thing where they just blend money with a blender and then inject that in?
No, I think Peter's saying that every couple of months, Keith Richards gets another liver.
There
Yeah,
it is.
something
Yeah,
like that.
liver
Yeah,
transplant.
exactly.
Liver. That's the money part.
That's the
I
money,
remember
man.
old
That's
joke
what
on
it
the
People are
is.
like,
internet.
Keith Richards is still alive. Yeah, but with his own parts like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That
How
is,
many of
he didn't get.
how
He
many
wasn't born with those parts.
Yeah,
how much
exactly.
of the original Keith Richards is still walking the
Exactly.
earth now?
Because it's
Oh,
still Keith Richard. You know?
He's
Yeah.
got the Midas touch, man. He's good.
Yeah,
to go.
exactly,
It's-
exactly.
So on lighter stuff, man. How was like how you been like in comedy? Like what was your start? Like our typical question we always ask. What
Did you
got
start
you?
in
Man.
Montreal?
Oh yeah.
Or
Well, I
Toronto?
had an interesting start. I started in 1995 actually.
Oh shit.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, in
Oh.
Montreal, and I actually I took a course at the Comedy Works.
Mhm.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Oh,
have
you know.
course?
I don't know.
I don't know if this guy. I think this guy lives in Toronto now, by a guy named Mike Nemroff. I don't know if you guys. know
I
him at
think
all.
he's in Toronto. I think he's in Toronto.
Yeah.
I've heard of him when I started comedy.
Yeah, and I started comedy actually in that course. You probably know her as well. She was in the course, even though she has maybe a different story. But Martha Chavez, do you know?
Oh,
I think Martha Chavez. She won the Canadian Comedy Award. I think in 2018, maybe 2019 for
Oh,
best
wow.
comedian in Canada.
Yep.
Top
Okay,
comedian. I don't know exactly what it's called. Anyways, yeah, I started at that time, and I did comedy for a couple years in Montreal, and auditioned for Just for Laughs, the Montreal show. Right? I think they still do that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
And,
do. I mean,
Yeah, and Mike Soro, do you guys know him?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He used to book. He's passed away, right? Maybe 2-3 years ago. But yeah, so he used to book at the Comedy Works. Anyways, I moved to Toronto. So I started comedy in 1993. Sorry, I said 95 before. 93. I moved to Toronto in 1995, and I took courses at Second City, and then I went and lived in Australia for a year.
Oh,
And traveled around Australia. Was a backpacker, got drunk, got hammered, all that stuff.
hey, yes.
I realized those are the same things, got drunk and hammered, but when you're in Australia, they're different.
Oh, so you hammer them. All right. That's what.
Oh,
Hey.
There was a lot of silliness going on. It was good times.
Oh,
And
calm
then when
down.
I came back to Toronto, I didn't do comedy probably from 1998 to 2010.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. What happened there? What happened?
Yeah.
You know what? I actually saw some things about, like if you want to be an actor and you want to do comedy or whatever, like you should live life and have like life experiences,
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. There.
And I don't know, I kind of just I just kind of I just went with the flow kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like
That's
I just
cool,
went
man.
with what was happening. I didn't necessarily have a plan. It wasn't like, I know sometimes people be like, oh, you took a break. It wasn't like I was taking a break or not taking a break. I was just doing whatever it was, you know what I mean? And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, just party out, live life to the fullest, and then you got stories. You got mad.
Yeah, and I think that after a while it became less about like, oh, I'm gonna live. It was just like I was doing it, you know what I mean? Like I was just being like whatever. And then what happened is my dad actually moved from Montreal to Toronto in '97, and then back in 2010, he wanted to 2009, he wanted to get better at public speaking. And he was 75 at the time. And I said to him, I said, listen, why don't you take a course at Second City if you want to become more comfortable around whatever,
Yeah.
And so he did that. And he was living in my basement. And then we would talk about it. And in 2010, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and take improv, and start at the beginning again.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so I did that. And then I did improv probably for 7 years. At times thinking like maybe I'll do stand-up again. Who knows? Maybe I won't. I don't know,
Yeah.
And then I always thought like, if it hits me and I'm interested in doing it, I'll try it again. Who knows, And then 2017, I decided I would return back and try it again, and do stuff. And then what was interesting is like no one knew me, what I mean? no one knew. Like Martha Chavez barely knows who I am. I mean, I don't know if you guys know Scott Falconbridge. I mean, he knows who I am. I've had him on my show. Scott Falconbridge, he's from Montreal as well. He actually lives out in Oakville now, and he was part of On the Spot back in Montreal. I don't know if you guys are all probably too young for that.
No, I
But,
heard of On the Spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So On the Spot, I think they continued past 95. I think maybe they hung around till 2000, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So basically, I mean, to some extent, I don't really, even though that's how I started and stuff. And ironically, I have done some of the bits that I've done back then. I redid them.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see them work like 20 years later. You know.
Nice.
I would say at the beginning, though, I was and my very first performance actually was at McGill had a kind of like a night where they had like a competition of newbie stand-ups, and I did it and I won. That was pretty exciting.
Nice.
Kind of first performance, and I did one-liners back then.
Oh,
word.
Yeah. It was all one-liners, and it was a good time.
Would you
remember
like
some of them?
Oh yeah, I remember some of them. Yeah, of course.
Can you tell them?
Well, ironically, at the time, I used to have hair. So I used to have hair, and I had a bald spot. And I used to, and back then, I used to, one of my first jokes. I would come on the stage, and I'd be like, you know what? I just got a haircut. I bought the Flowbee. You know, the Flowbee that it's like it's an attachment for your vacuum, and you can cut your hair.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It doesn't work evenly, and then I wouldn't. Lean over. My head was the punchline.
Oh.
Clever.
Yeah, show your
That's
balls
fucked
spot.
up. I didn't know they had that. That's fucked up.
The Flowbee?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they sell it anymore, but back then
I
it was.
think they do. I think
Do
they
they?
do. Yeah.
You attach to your vacuum cleaner and you cut your hair.
No, it's its own thing now, but it's still.
Yeah. But back then, yeah, it was an attachment to your vacuum. So ridiculous.
You're like, nah, I'm not going to the barber. I don't know. I'm very.
Babe's passing the vacuum again. Come on, guys.
I know.
That's
It's
amazing.
so
They
ridiculous.
should do that. It's like 2 for 1. Like you have to, but now you have to have a vacuum cleaner to cut your hair now.
Well, you're supposed to have one.
I don't have a vacuum cleaner now.
What? You don't have a vacuum cleaner at your place?
No, I just use the Swiffer and fucking whatever. You know, I mean, it's like I sweep it up. I just sweep it, and I fucking use a Swiffer, and then it's all.
Like Joey seems very bothered with that.
He's very bothered. Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
cats though.
It's interesting that Joey's bothered by that because a lot of Joey's jokes are very bothersome. And yet that's the thing that triggers him, you know?
Oh, yeah.
What? You don't
the kind of,
That's fucking nuts!
yeah, you know the kind of
do that
weird
to
shit that
me?
triggers me for all the wrong reason. Like it's fucking nuts. Like pedophile jokes and rape jokes doesn't bother me at all. And even like English Canadian making jokes about French Canadian, I think that when it's funny. I don't fucking care. But like no logics doesn't. Like when somebody tries an absurd joke outside of a comedy club and I don't get it, I get angry. It's like, dude, that doesn't make any fucking sense, and I get pissed at him because let's say I'm talking to another comedian and he tries to like asking something, and he's like, "Oh, I have an absurd joke in my head," and he tries it with me as an answer. I get mad because I think he's fucking with me or something, and I don't know what's going on. So.
Are you talking about me? I feel like you're talking about me.
That's exactly about what I was talking about. I was trying to be a gentleman, but you seems to be.
I feel like after the show, Joey's going to contact Victoria and Claudio and say, "Listen, I don't know about Peter. It's not working."
Because of the vacuum.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on Tom Sins. I'm on Tom Sins. He knows what it means. He knows what it is.
No. Now I have to get ready. So be like, hey, so why'd you guys fire Peter? And Joey turns around and goes, he doesn't have a vacuum cleaner.
Well, maybe
I don't think Joey would be that quiet about it.
No.
I think he would be a lot more, you know what I mean? Like
I thought I knew him, but no vacuum cleaner. Fuck him.
Exactly.
It's dead to me.
We can't be friends
you know
anymore,
what?
Peter.
Fuck you too, man. What? It's okay.
What?
It's all right. It's okay.
We'll get you one for your birthday, Peter.
There you go.
And,
We'll steal one for
all
you.
right. Yeah.
So
But I say that, but I'm fucking lazy with cleaning my apartment, though. It's fucking messy. I hate it.
So why do you even have a freaking vacuum cleaner then?
I have a vacuum cleaner that I'm not using, but at least I have one.
Folks, before we continue, I'd like you to know that we're not sponsoring any vacuum cleaners for this episode right now.
Why can't we? We're going to sponsor them.
Well, they're going to sponsor us. I'm just saying we're not going to name
That's
any.
what you just said, though. You said we're not sponsoring.
Listen, guys, I'm I'm very.
I don't
So
think
we
you know
give
how
20 bucks.
sponsorship works.
Okay, listen, guys. I'm very disoriented right now.
I'm spending thousands of dollars running this thing.
I'm very disoriented right now, so
I can't do it anymore. Guys, I'm spending thousands a week. I can't do it again.
This vacuum
You
cleaner is
don't get
brought to
paid. The sponsorships are too much for me.
I can't take this anymore.
This vacuum cleaner is sponsored by the Dirty Four. It's like, does it work? Like,
I don't know. I plug it in. I watch it. Think about what would look like my apartment if I was cleaner and I was like using it. Then I get sad, roll a joint, and forget about my worries.
Does it work? Only for once, you know.
See, that's why you don't want it. You don't want it to suck the weed up.
No, that's exactly.
Did you say that you don't use the vacuum, but that you just use it to turn it on and to look at it?
No, just look at it. I don't turn
likes
it
the
on.
noise.
And you thought
but
Peter was the weird one in this? How is Peter the weird one?
We have to blame someone. Just letting you know, we have to blame someone here.
Well, let's point the finger at the right person then.
Yeah.
No, but I know that my cats get really scared by the vacuum cleaner, so that's one utility of it. You get it up and
You
run
liked it.
after them with the vacuum cleaner.
You like to scare your cat.
It's fucking hilarious. You should see it.
How's it been for you?
So is that what you do when you're shopping? You're like, okay, look, listen, I have cats. I want to fuck them up. Like, what do you have?
What is
Dyson?
what is the nosiest vacuum cleaner you have? Like, whether it sucks or whatever, I don't care. I just want the nosiest fucking vacuum cleaner you can get.
You chase the cat with it?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm really bored.
God damn. Are you
For some
hearing this?
reason, I imagine Joey's in the shower, okay?
Yeah.
He's in the shower, and he gets this idea. I'm going to jump out of the shower, and I'm going to scare the cat. And he's running around his apartment naked. With the vacuum,
Chasing the cat?
chasing the cat. Come back!
Dripping water
Come back,
everywhere.
Felix! I don't know.
Using my wet feet just to slide in to get better, like, pace to chase with the fucking vacuum cleaner.
I can picture that. And then his girlfriend will be staring at him. He's like, what do you think I'm Peter? I'm fucking weird. And he just keeps chasing the cats.
I have a vacuum.
I have a vacuum, okay? Using it, it's another story.
He's committed.
No, but usually when I'm about to clean with it, I get distracted by the cat because they get scared. And then I'm like, oh, that's funny. And I just...
Wait, did you
see
say
what happened.
aloud?
The scare the cat?
You said
No, he
when
said
I'm allowed to
to use
allowed
the
to
vacuum.
play with
No,
it?
no. What I meant is when I'm fucking cleaning the house with the vacuum cleaner. There you go.
Yes, Gabes. You can't get the pussy this way, man. Gabe Sweat. I love this guy.
Oh yeah.
So Luke, you've been doing comedy with your dad. I saw some ads online.
really?
You do shows with him?
Yeah, my dad and I started doing improv together in 2013.
Right.
And we've done a few festivals. We've done shows online. Yeah, we've done competitions here in Toronto, and we traveled. We've been to Columbus, Ohio, for a festival. We went to Boston for a festival, and we also went to Hartford, not for a festival, but for a show that someone had. Like we had met them at the Boston one.
Oh, nice.
To Hartford the following year.
But when your dad went to the public speaking, was it like a Toastmasters? Like was he trying to get into something else, or?
Oh no, it was he did improv. He went to Second City. He did improv. He did the improv courses there.
Okay. So then it's more of I got it. Yeah, it's cool. But it was for comedy, or did you get your dad into comedy, or did?
Well, that's the thing. Well, I mean, like I said, I was doing comedy before that. So I mean, with Second City, when they teach their kind of intro improv classes, their focus is never kind of like on comedy in a sense. Obviously, it ends up being comedic, but their focus is on like, agreement, being comfortable, thinking on your feet. They practice that kind of stuff. And some of those people just do it for those reasons and they never pursue anything else. But other people do those courses and then pursue comedy, right? In different ways.
Which
Or
helps,
politics.
basically.
What's that?
Which helps, like being good at improv really helps on stage. Like when you need to think on your feet when somebody says something or whatever.
Well, I think the biggest challenge that people have is, it's interesting. I saw someone post this on maybe Displaced Comedians or somewhere on Facebook about this idea that people think that it's about like saying yes to everything, you know? But it's not about saying it's more about agreement than saying yes.
Yes.
And an agreement in the sense of like going with what's happening in the moment versus trying to like, you have an idea and you're trying to sort of like shoehorn it into like, you know, and that always feels forced, right? Like, you know, even if you're talking with friends or whatever, and you've got some idea comes up that makes you think of something and you try and squeeze it in. Yeah. It's always like weird, right? So
it's just like you can tell you're not paying attention to the conversation.
Because you're trying to get, and the thing is, a lot of times, by the time you have an opportunity to say your thing, the moment's passed anyway. Also, on top of it, so it's even more further removed from what's happening. Do you know what I mean?
So last week on the MLB, no, I'm kidding.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Or Krispy Kreme donut. No, joking. I'm joking.
Did the cup kill you with those Krispy Kremes, Claudio?
Oh man.
Do you think your daughter will do improv? Did she try improv?
Well, as it stands at the moment, she's not interested in doing any of that.
No, okay.
No, but she's been on my show. You've seen her there. I was running my own show there online for a little bit, and I had her on the show, which I wouldn't say she was too keen on it. Right now, my daughter was very keen at one point actually in having a YouTube channel.
Nice.
And then it took me like a year to edit the video, so she gave up on that. Like I killed her dreams.
Smart move. Does it?
yeah. At the moment, I'm helping her set up a store, an online store.
Oh, that's cool. What does
she wants to sell. We're in the process. We bought a lot of the materials. She's going to be making lip gloss and selling it on Etsy.
Excuse me, she's making lip gloss?
Correct.
How do you do that?
My God, there's all these different. She looked it up. She watched lots of videos. My God, she on YouTube. We don't really like filter much what she's watching. She watches a lot of stuff. She's watched tons of videos on YouTube about how to make it, and she figured out all the ingredients on her own, like by watching videos. And we double checked it, and we bought the stuff. And so I don't. And within the next month, we'll probably have a store online. Like through Etsy. We're going to start with Etsy at first.
Okay.
Etsy, I guess Shopify and all those freaking. That's cool. What made her? Actually, no, I'm not even getting to that. I'm not going to get to that. That's probably like a makeup realm. I'm not even getting to that. So, like,
might be interesting.
You want to learn about makeup realm?
Well, why not? Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
like, instead of like looking at my girlfriend, putting so much time on the makeup, maybe I'll understand better why it's so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you watch her put on makeup?
Well, when I'm waiting at the door and I watch her, I'm like, come on.
You're watching her and you don't understand why it takes so long.
There you go.
You're watching the process happen though, and you don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why she takes so much time?
Do you use the vacuum on her face when she does it, or?
But Victoria, maybe it's a compliment. Maybe he's like, she already looks beautiful. Like what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
I know Joey though. That's not it. That's not it.
God damn. It's like if you're only 20 years younger. No, joking. We call it so.
That means she'd be 10.
I know, Joey. I used one of your jokes.
Oh, okay. You tried a pedophile joke. That's
God damn it. That went over. That went over our heads really quickly.
I didn't catch a pedophile joke. That's sad.
Is it really?
Yeah. A little bit.
What was the comedy scene? Okay, so you've been to Montreal, Boston, and like, what comedy scene do you find? I was like, I guess more fun, or just like, or has it changed from like 1995 till now? Like obviously years, but like,
of course. Like, I mean, I can talk about in Montreal, for example, like, you know, Comedy Nets and Comedy Works. I mean, they were just king, right? I mean, that was, and it probably still is that to some extent, I'm sure, with clubs and that. But
burned down.
Yeah.
Well, Comedy Works burnt down. Yeah, but when it came to like sort of like shows and bars and stuff, it was very limited. Like very few shows like that for comedy. Like
Really?
I mean, in Montreal, I mean, I remember I would go to this one place out in St. Leonard. Like that just gives you the idea, you know what I mean? Like I don't even think there was anything in Toronto. Like sorry, in Montreal downtown, like in Montreal proper, like
wow, are you
like
serious?
You know what I mean? Whereas now, actually, I did the blue. What was it called? The blue
dog.
Yeah, the blue dog. I did that one last. I did it actually right before the pandemic, like probably.
Really?
January, February of 2020.
Right.
Which is crazy now because I think Montreal's like very limited now, and you're saying it was smaller then, which is great. That's
well,
nuts.
in Toronto, as an example, in Toronto, to give you like I can talk about it, like from an improv perspective in Toronto back then, you had Second City. That was it.
Oh
and
shit!
There was
there
was maybe one or two small places that were doing like a bar here and there would have a night. You know what I mean, like that kind of thing. Whereas now in Toronto, you've got like 4 places that were, well, let's say pre-pandemic, right? Like 4 places running improv on a regular basis, and like stand up in Toronto. Fuck, it's everywhere. Like I mean, there are. You know, we have Yuck Yucks and Absolute.
Absolute, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we have those as our like the main clubs, right? And then there's Comedy Bar where you can rent space, and there's Social Capital where you can rent space. And I mean, there's just so much choice, like every night of the week. And then there's just so many bars that do, you know, anything like open mics and also there's all types of other comedy as well, right? There's clown and all kinds of stuff.
Clowns.
Oh yeah.
There's open mics for clowns.
They go to bars? You go to a bar and you watch a clown. What does he do? I don't
sit at the bar, sad with all the makeup and everything, drinking beer, waiting for their turns.
What does it do?
No, but seriously though, like
Jesus Christ.
The clown.
Get the fucking rest.
It's clowns, Victoria. Clowns need love
like
too.
Okay, but what would but no, she's right. Like, you know, is it a birthday party every night?
It just sprays water in your face. Like, what is
not a clown, not a clown like that, but like a clown where the person comes out and is more like it's a routine, right? And the person comes out and they're like, there's one guy, he calls himself the shoddy magician.
Okay,
it's like it's a character, you know. So he comes out and he's like doing magic tricks, but none of them are good, you know.
Okay.
And so they end up being really silly, you know. He's really quite funny. I think he's hilarious.
He reminds me of those Dominique le Magicien, the ones you see at talent shows. They're the worst fucking clowns or magicians, but at the end you just laugh because the guy's so garbage. So whatever. So when you were saying like, you know, those clowns at open mics, I just picture a bunch of Dominique le Magicien just all standing there and just waiting to, you know.
Well, I'm not saying clowns like in the traditional sense of a clown. I'm saying a clown like in a more theatrical sense, right? Like, so for example, someone who's doing like a parody, like a character, like one guy in Toronto does Donald Trump. Pretty good.
Really?
Okay,
and I actually hosted Yuck Yucks in Oshawa last year, and he was on the show. Like, so we had traditional stand-ups, and then he came on and he did his thing. Do you know what I mean? Like as Donald Trump. So he was doing jokes or whatever as like speaking and being funny or whatever as Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
No, it's interesting you said that because like I had a buddy that actually he was telling me he wanted to do a clown school to help his stand up, and I was like I was very confused as to like.
Yeah,
but I know you said that.
Too.
Yeah, like I guess it's like an improv thing, or maybe it's like a surprise factor. I guess in the clown.
Well, I think clown. What's interesting, I've taken a couple of courses on clown, and the concept with clown is that I think like a lot of stand-ups, I find that sometimes they don't realize that they're performing, you know, that they're performers.
Yeah.
So they believe like I'm here to tell jokes versus like, you know, so there's the concept in clown that when you're standing there, that you're sort of, people already find you interesting because you're a person like living and moving in space. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And that in itself is interesting to us because we're people. So we want to see like other people, right? Like we find it interesting to look at other people because we're like, oh, that's when a person moves like that. That's what they look like. I don't know, whatever. When I do that, that's what I might look like, or you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. And when with clown, it's like making you more comfortable to just kind of like be there. And that concept with improv about like going with the moment, and it creates tension and expectation, and then you can break it, right? So the thing is, it's all about how you kind of deem like where comedy comes from, right? Like, in clown, they think it's a lot to do with that concept, right? Like building tension and then doing something not necessarily opposite, but different to what's expected. So you're hardly moving, and then you move really quickly, as example, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So using
So it's
your
like
body
playing
more.
around with that stuff.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
Or you do a TED talk and then right in the middle of it, you just start saying stupid shit.
Yeah, like I'm a politician. Like
Yeah, you're really serious. Oh, like Andy Kaufman was doing that a lot, right?
yeah.
Or
that's
what you
true.
could do is in the middle of your TED talk, you pull out a vacuum cleaner and you get naked and you run around and chase a cat.
Then in the middle of the
Come
crowd,
back
like,
here!
yeah, I'm all wet, and like in the middle of the crowd, I just go like, just to shake it up.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's that too.
Thanks, Bobby. Thanks.
Bobby, man, what's going down, man? And everybody in the chat, man, what's going down?
What's your favorite thing about improv?
My favorite thing is it's interesting because when I'm doing stand up, a lot of times I improvise too in the moment. Sometimes it's like when I'm caught off guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I didn't actually see that coming, or like something comes to mind and you just say it, and it's actually like when you break. You know what I mean? Like when it's hilarious in that moment. As like I'm surprised as much from what I said as the audience was.
Yeah.
I think those are really great moments, and they're really obviously they're real moments because it just happened in that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I find people are more. Yeah, I find people are more engaged. Like I remember, I'll be like doing my jokes, and everybody's like kind of like in it. But I remember, I think one time I went to this open mic, and then apparently there's like these drug dealers, and there's a drug deal. Like everyone's trying to get a deal going because they're like, yeah, we want to fucking party, and they're like, we got the drugs. They're like, yeah, and then someone's like talking about sucking a dick. So I was like, okay, who's sucking dick for drugs? And then everybody's like, oh, let me tell you the story. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not even talking anymore. It's just these guys telling me the stories. I was like, okay, all right, man.
Well, I think it's interesting, right? A lot of times, I mean, even like I'm the same. I mean, we forget sometimes because we prepare so much what we want to talk about and how we want to talk about it and et cetera, right? That when we get there, we forget that, yeah, it's live, right?
Yeah.
And there's a dynamic going on, like that whole concept of like read the room, right? Like that's part of that, I think.
Yeah.
It's not just like picking like, oh, this joke will work or this joke won't work,
room, yeah.
which I think is part of it as well. But I think the other part is like tapping into like the energy of like how you fit within the dynamics of what's going on, and like what you're talking about, like what are people talking about, what are the noises or whatever, right? Like when you can fit into that, I think that's where stand-up or live comedy or anything live wins over something that's not live. That's that's the benefit of it, right? When it becomes too much like Netflix, where the person is just like, yep, I practice my jokes, I'm here, and I want everybody to shut the fuck up because I fucking practice it this way. Yeah. And we're like, well, I could just watch this at home, like something that's like rehearsed. You know what I mean?
But it's
Yeah,
still
for sure.
much not the same thing though, because like basically, I saw there's a Montreal comedian who's really fucking good when I see him live. Then I saw one of his recording from a whole different set, and I was like, yeah, it's not funny at all. So kind of, but actually, it's really, really good, that guy.
Yeah.
But it's just watching it on a recording, since I'm not in a room with all the ambience and everything. Like, it's really rare that a comedian, like, on screen, on Netflix or whatever, will make me cry out of laughter. Like, it takes a certain talent. So that's why there's some comedian I discover online that I didn't laugh that hard. That like there was Lise Mealy that was kind of making me laugh, but not that much. And I saw her live in Montreal, and I was like crying the whole night. So that's there's that thing. That live shows will always be.
I think what you're talking about now is the very thing that a lot of comedians are complaining about, right? Why they don't like Zoom shows.
Yeah,
why they don't like what?
Like online or Zoom shows, right? Because
that's pretty much what we're getting. So
well, because you get to hop on that wave and you get elevated to have this perception that you're better than you are.
Yeah.
And so we want to believe that we're better than we are, and it's nice.
Well, I mean, like my things, like I really like the crowds. I find like I can make my jokes if I get a feedback from the crowd. So I feel like there's some like when like let's say I just write my jokes, I'll think it's funny, and then when I go on stage, the crowd's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And where I'm like, okay, I could see like kind of like, okay, we didn't understand this or whatever, and then I could like flip it around.
Yeah.
And go back at it again. That's why. And I just like interacting with. I like crowd work, so I just like freaking.
Mhm.
But I'm still new. I'm still new to the game. Like I'm not no experienced guy or anything like that.
Here. But at the same time, stand-up is supposed to look like a dialogue. So if you're just in your head and just like reciting a text, without like trying to change your energy, the way you tell it or whatever, like it's just gonna be a really boring TED talk with silly stuff happening in the middle.
But
definitely.
What about I looked at this guy recently. Well, you probably know him, Bo Burnham, right?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
Nope.
yeah, I know him. Yeah.
But it's super rehearsed what he does, like, because there's
Yeah.
like light and like he's like talking to himself on the speaker, and there's like a whole like music routines and stuff. So like he doesn't do any crowd work whatsoever.
But that's different styles. Like there's different type of comedians.
Exactly.
I wouldn't like. I'm not like I thought like I'm still trying to find my voice on stage. So I'm not even like trying to say like what type of comedian. But what I think I would want to be like is almost like a less down like almost like Andrew Schultz, where I talk to the crowd.
Yeah.
But I have a set. So like I actually have like you know. Like stories with a one-liner punch or a lot of misdirections or something like that. But
yeah, or you can use something that's happening in a crowd to link it toward another set or another bit, basically.
Another bit too, yeah. Or and then I like talking. I like having conversation. Then like having callbacks with it. So it's like, so then I could like try to maybe see if I can turn into a joke or just make a whole new joke off the bat type thing. But like with online, I don't know, because like I could just say it, but I rather a conversation. I rather a podcast for me online than.
That's
and just to pick up on what you were saying, right? So the beauty of having a podcast as well is, if you're going to be saying something funny, you'd be like, oh shit, you know what, that sounds good, and everyone else is laughing and agreeing with you. Then you can write that down and be like, okay, in this episode I said this, or this episode I said that. So that could be one of the factors that.
But yeah, and plus, but I do agree with like the online. Like I less and less. I'm like no online, but then at the same time I'm like work on your one-liners or something like that. Like that'd be kind of like a good place to like try it out.
Yeah,
I think if there's good audiences, then you can still have. I've had some really great sets online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So but just the same way that I've had horrible sets online, and I've had horrible sets like in person too. Do you know what I mean? And like both,
comedy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just comedy. It's comedy in general. It's like,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but I do agree with what you're saying. I mean, I think that for people that are doing a joke and then expecting, like, as part of their sort of like their process in a sense, or their performance, is that they do their thing and then they wait till they move on to the next joke to hear the audience laugh.
Yeah.
When they don't hear the audience laugh, it's just like going to an open mic and doing that, right? And it's all comics and no one's paying attention to you. And then you do your thing. You're like, shit, I don't know if anything's working because I need an audience here. And like, I need someone to be like responding to me. So that's a challenge, even like in
open mics. Yeah.
Not only open mics, but also like a well-seasoned comedian like Bill Maher. He has a show basically that he had no crowd because he was doing it from his backyard back like during the pandemic. And that was fucking weird to listen to all his comedy stuff because you could see he was waiting for a laugh, but there's no laugh because there's no crowd. And that's just fucking weird because it's just him talking, and then he stopped, do his smirk because he's waiting for a laugh, right? And then you can see in his eyes, oh fuck, that's true. There's no laugh.
Trevor Noah was doing that in the beginning too. And then he just changed it. Yeah.
But to me, when you in comedy, it's interesting, right? There's kind of two things. I think that what Joey was just talking about is like you're doing a joke just for the sake of getting a laugh, right?
Yeah.
And so if there's no audience or there is an audience and there's no laughter, then you have nothing.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about something that's meaningful for you, and there's no laugh, you still have something because you have whatever was meaningful.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
That's still sort of, and you can't bomb, right? Like that was one of the big things I learned when I was living in Montreal. I went to the Comedy Works. My God, when they had Just for Laughs, you were able to go to and stand in the back, right? And I watched like Joe Rogan before, like in 1993, before anybody fucking
sick.
knew who Joe Rogan was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ray Romano. I mean,
Oh shit! No way. That's
you know what I mean.
Nice.
Everybody, anybody, right? And Montreal, they used to come through Montreal not just for JFL, but they would come through because Montreal it's an independent club, right? It's not part of Yuck Yucks and so on. Whereas Yuck Yucks was bringing in like their touring headliners, right? Whereas Montreal Comedy Works wouldn't do that, right? Even Comedy Nest wasn't doing that. So a lot of American acts and just kind of random folks from all over. And what was amazing is that the headliners who would be talking about something meaningful never bomb. They just don't. They may not be getting laughs, but they're not bombing.
Yeah.
Like those
You're
two things
still
are
connecting with them somehow.
Well, you're connecting because what they're talking about is interesting to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Claudio is saying, right? Like when you're doing a podcast and you're talking about something that's meaning, like at the moment, I'm saying what I'm saying right now, and I'm not thinking like, oh shit, no one's laughing.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck, it's not good. Oh my God, I'm losing them. Oh, I'm not thinking that because I care about what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I think it's meaningful. Maybe it's a pile of shit. Who knows? But I think it's meaningful. Therefore, I can't bomb in a sense because I have that conviction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
So, but if I was doing it just to say a joke, and then you're not laughing, then I'd be like, my sole purpose is to make you laugh. And then when you're not, I'm like, fuck, I failed. Then you're bombing because then you focus on the failure, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to do that. You know what? I want to put that part in my act and be like, oh shit, you guys are not listening to me. Oh fuck, please, like listen to me. Like
that's kind of why I brought a drink at some point on stage. Like every time I go on stage now, I bring a drink. Like if I'm failing really hard, I just like take a sip, take my time, recollect, try to figure out the room. Like I notice if I keep being stressed on stage while bombing, I'll just like speed through my jokes, and that's the worst fucking thing to do. So
no, fuck it, take it. No, don't drink. Just take it, man. Take the silence, man. Just take it.
No, but when I drink, there's a silence, uncomfortable silence, especially at the end of one of my jokes.
Yeah.
Like they all staring at me. There's this guy out of his mind, and I'm like, yeah. I'm drinking.
You see,
and everything.
You see, there's a comedian. I like him. I'm not sure if everyone knows him, but his name is Massimo. Right?
Yeah, we all know him.
We all know you.
And
one of the big one from Montreal.
Yeah, and
Claudio, come on.
And what I love about him, and
Claudio, we know him.
Claudio,
we know who he is.
I know. I'm just saying, people
you
in
don't
the chat.
have to tell us. We know him.
People in the chat.
Speak about him.
People in the chat. They know
the guy. Why are you going on, Claudio? We know who it is.
Anyways.
Speaking of comedy,
we know the guy.
Hey, Luke, speaking of comedy, you know that guy that not a lot of people knows, but I know him, named Sugar Sammy?
What?
We know that guy.
Yeah, we know him.
Oh shit! Is he connected to Dave Chappelle? I know Dave Chappelle. Is he funny? I
just love seeing Luke lose his mind. That's why.
Oh, he's perfect. I love when he loses his mind.
We're all thinking. We're like, what the fuck? We all.
I know. But then Luke's like, I'm like, that is perfect.
Oh, Luke. Okay,
that's
Luke.
another Morgan Freeman moment.
Who's Morgan Freeman there, Gapes?
Look, this is we have to tell you this. Okay, so we were doing like a speed dating episode. Sorry, Claudio. We were doing a speed dating episode, and then Claudio, for some reason, there was an Asian girl named Morgan. Pearson. And then Claudio, exited her was saying, "Oh well, thank you, Morgan Freeman. You've been great." And and that was like the running gag for years, for months. It's gonna be.
To his defense, he was fucking weird for the whole thing, so that's nothing special. He messed up every fucking question.
Well, the question was.
He didn't even give her the time to react. Like she just like, thank you, Morgan Freeman, and then she left.
Man, this guy sounds like a fucking jerk. I wonder who he is, huh?
Some comedian with diabetes known as Claudio Capri.
It's okay, man, Claudio. I'll eat vegetables with you, man.
By the way, folks, Gabe said he legit did not say Morgan Freeman, but we wish he did.
Really?
Oh, really?
That's not what we collectively remember, so it doesn't matter.
That's not what we all remember Morgan Freeman.
Oh my my God,
We're
what's going
comedian.
on?
What's funny is true, man.
Oh shit! What the? Oh, Luke just got the light.
What's
man.
going on?
What the fuck's happening,
He's
man?
getting the
I'm on
light.
fire.
You
I'm
got the
on,
light?
guys, I'm on fire. Just
You're on
a second.
fire. Yeah, we
Luke,
can
yeah.
It's
see
like
that.
an
Luke's
atomic
being-
bomb going
Yeah,
on.
Luke's being abducted by aliens or something, man.
Oh shit! Is it the cops? Are they still chasing you?
It's the cops. Just a second. Just a second.
From
Oh my God, it's not working. What's happening? To me?
From 1995, they finally caught up to this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
We
what's
found
happening?
you,
Isn't the
Colin!
Indians
fast,
nuking
Luke.
us? Is that what's
Did you
going
say
on?
the
Because
Indians? The Native
the Indians
Americans?
nuking us because they're pissed about like the prime minister dressing up as them.
Oh, I
Oh,
think
did he do a Chinese thing now?
God.
Oh, I thought you said the
Indian.
Native Americans. I was like, oh shit, they're pissed
No.
now. They're like, okay,
No,
we're taking
the
our lands
other
back.
I don't have
The
no
other
idea.
Indians, the ones that eat curry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, the
The
ones
one
that we were
that
actually looking
Christopher
for.
Columbus was trying to reach and then find
Yeah.
those Indians. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't exist. Wasn't he Spanish or something? Wasn't he like Christopher?
Christopher Columbus?
Did you
Yeah.
just say Christopher?
Was
Columbus
Italian.
didn't
He was
exist?
one
Yeah.
of the Claudio's
Ita-
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I remember there was like some conspiracy book that was like, oh no, that wasn't his real name. He was somebody else. I was like,
Ah,
yeah.
Obviously, because he's Italian. Can you imagine an Italian being called Christopher Columbus?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound Italian at all, right?
No, not really.
There you
But
go.
you
There you
know,
go.
I can do it. Man, I'm
Not his
absolutely.
real
Right.
name. No
Luke,
shit.
is everything okay, Luke? Luke, you want to
Yeah,
talk
what's
about?
going on?
Oh shit. Okay, wait.
I
Connection
feel like
issues.
he's like in danger.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So,
shit. Should we
folks,
save him?
don't forget, it's the pandemic. It's really tough for comedian right now. We will start a GoFundMe, so Luke Lynndale will finally pay his internet bills right now. Are you okay?
No, it's not the internet bills. It's the lights, man. Oh shit! Captain YOLO, Gapes, Jesserel, Melanie.
Oh my goodness.
Alpha.
Look at
Oh,
Oh, there
you're
Oh,
it
there
back.
you go. There. Oh,
Yeah. Starting
I
to
don't-
look like a old like a pop video clip from the 90s.
Hey,
I was
if
just
you want to
thinking
be
that.
my lover, you got to be with my friends. Got to be with my friends.
Oh shit, that's what
Oh
she was
my
saying
God.
all that time.
Jesus Christ.
Having
Basically-
technical issues. Just a
Oh
second,
yeah,
guys.
that we could see.
Yeah, that's all right. There, Luke.
It's okay. It's all right, man. That's all right.
Ah.
This
If
is
you
what it
want
is
to be
sometimes.
my lover, you have to be with my friends.
yeah.
That's the
You
song
have
from
to-
the Spice
you have
Girls.
To get with my friends.
And
You have to get with my
Dude,
friends.
I come from a
Make it last
really
forever.
French remote city. All right,
Right.
Yeah.
everybody is French. In elementary schools, everybody was all the girls were doing the lip syncing over that song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So did you bang them?
fuck no. I was
Oh.
like pretty much on the same age, so
Okay.
you know that age when you think girls are disgusting and you're not gay. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Were you like 5? I don't know, like 5 years old. Remember in elementary?
elementary school, man.
Yeah,
I'll let
elementary
the little
school.
hamster running.
Yeah, remember when we used to think of like cooties was like a thing? We're like, oh,
Yeah,
cooties, but
yeah,
then you
that's
just realize
true. Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
herpes.
You remember when we thought that they were a fat guy in a red suit giving us gift when we were good boys, and then we received the results from school, and we're like, "There's no way I'm going to have a Christmas," and yet we have a Christmas, and then you figure out, yeah, that thing doesn't work.
My
yeah,
dad,
that's a real scam.
my
Yeah.
dad specifically made sure that he knew he was giving the gifts. Like he's like, no, there's no white guy coming in my house giving gifts.
Can you imagine if Santa Claus was black? He would get shot for sure.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Oh shit, man! There used to be this. I trying to find. It was this indie film, and I remember there's this Santa Claus. He goes down the freaking chimney, and he's like going through the house, and then his kid sees him with and he has a shotgun, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, hello, little boy," and the kid's like, "Shut up! What are you doing?"
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you imagine if he was like Arabs and during the moment we're freaking out about Arabs hijacking planes?
Yeah,
Oh
And it-
fuck!
Actually-
Like Arabic Santa Claus getting shot in the sky by the
Yeah.
U.S. military.
Actually, you know what,
Or-
Peter?
or-
that the movie we were talking about, it's actually an independent horror movie. I remembered because I saw it. Oh,
Campus?
piece of
you
shit.
remember the name? Well, after the show, you have to tell me that name because
Oh, for sure.
I loved that trailer was freaking amazing. But if it was an Arabic Santa Claus, not
Oh,
yeah.
very. That'd be like shit. Like does
With
he have a sense of humor?
camels?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
he has
They have a
camels.
sense of humor.
That would be cool.
The you know what? Yeah.
Some of the funniest people I know are
terrorists?
Moroccans. No, I'm Moroccan.
Oh, okay.
Terrorists. Oh yeah, terrorists for sure. Y'all have the best terrorist joke.
Luke is back.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
What
Oh,
happened?
good, no
mess.
worries.
What's your take on terrorism, Luke?
For or against it?
I don't
And
know.
why?
Like, I look super red, don't I?
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
And I don't know what's going on. I've been having this problem for the last couple of weeks, but I haven't had this problem much during the pandemic. Anyways, I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it's not terrorist problems, and yeah, we're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
We're imagining if Santa Claus was a terrorist. That's the.
No, I didn't say terrorist. I said rap.
Yeah. He was saying you would get racially profiled.
Oh, for sure. He's not getting
Yeah.
across the U.S. border.
Yeah, but like Santa Claus is. So you think Santa Claus with the CIA?
Dude, think about it, okay? An Arabic guy flying into a flying sledge or whatever you call it, delivering package to kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens
Back
if
in
it's
the
just Thomas?
2010, man, that's enough to make people go nuts.
But if it's Thomas,
Well,
it's okay.
you know, Santa is like a white guy, so
I know.
in
It's
2021.
Wait, safer?
I'm thinking like, let's say he was Arabic. What would be the
Yeah.
reaction of the US?
Or what
Yeah.
happens? What happens if he was like regular Santa, but like he's a Unabomber?
Oh shit.
Exactly. That's
Yeah, he's like, fuck technology, and he just start bombing like power plants and stuff like that.
Yeah, we should make our own Santa Claus story.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be intense.
Go back
So,
in the woods, you little brats, and then he bombs the power plant.
Where you came from.
In a world where Santa's just an asshole, and he's fucking just
In
shooting
a
bombs.
world where Santa is an eco-terrorist. Because that's basically it, actually.
he's a hipster in this. He's like a vegan hipster with a man bun.
Yeah.
Hipsters in the wood won't bet on their chance of survival. Sorry for
But
that.
you said he's an eco-terrorist. you know?
Yeah, like fuck technology, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the other one.
Yeah.
He
Bean
doesn't
bags.
listen to vinyls or yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he listen to vinyl?
He has a
Hipsters don't listen to
mustache.
vinyls?
Yeah, they listen to vinyls.
There's
Yeah.
a vinyl store next to my place. There's always a huge lineup there. There's a bigger lineup at the vinyl place than at the grocery store. I don't understand.
Because for hipsters, it's more important to listen to crappy sounding
Apparently.
music than actually eating.
Or
Why is
do
it
they?
Well,
crappy?
I have a
Or-
question. Is the vinyl store smaller? I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
It's supposed to be unknown.
That
It's,
might be
it's
the
a
reason.
trap. Yeah.
But it's still
I like it. You're like, how come they can't fit 200 people? What's going on? Because it's small. It's small.
Oh man. Oh man.
I love it. It's a classic.
Oh,
I
man.
met Santa
This
Claus.
guy's
I
listening to
drive
the
by in the vinyl place. It can only fit 40, and there's always 20 people outside. It's a fucking grocery store. It can fit 200, and those 40 fucking people, they're all inside. That's right, Victoria. That's right.
That's it. She just opens the door. Get inside. That's fucking freaking
Oh
out.
my
I like
God.
it. That's okay.
Oh, this is
He goes to the
hilarious,
grocery
guys.
store. Why is everybody inside? Get outside.
Do you imagine, like,
Make it look
only
important.
we're all laughing, but only fucking Luke thought about it. Us, we're just thinking about silly jokes. He was like, it's a small store. Of course, they're waiting outside.
Yeah, that's it. I was actually gonna say
It's
there.
that simple.
Yeah,
thought
he
it was
has
like a
the
drugstore.
fucking brains on this podcast right now.
Actually, no. I thought it'd be like drugs in the back. Like it's almost like the barber shops. So like like
Yeah,
they sell in the
yeah,
back.
yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, we got vinyls. Do you
If
like?
you guys tell me if you have this. So I live in a part of Toronto where there are like stores like on the it's Kingston Road just near my house. Okay, and there's a store
Hey.
there that sells they sell locks and like they're what do they call that? You know, someone who takes
A
care of-
locksmith?
There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so so there's a locksmith there. I've lived here 15 years, okay, in this house, and I drive by there all the time at different times of the day. I take the bus across the street, whatever. I've never seen anyone go in and out
Yeah.
of that store ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
there's places
there.
like that. Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
There's
Because
places
they
like that
get
in
in?
Montreal that it's like it's been there for 20 years. There's never been a single client.
Yeah.
This is a front. It's a front. There's
Yeah.
no
Is
way.
it? Is that what you
For
think
sure.
it is?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
For a
Look-
front for what though? What are they selling? What are they doing?
They're probably laundering money or something.
Money laundering.
With
Look,
locksmith?
look. I have there's a store in front of my apartment. Okay, it's supposed to be a paint store, but I've seen all sorts of craziness. Like I see like rich guys, and then like and other, and then just like like skateboarders getting there, and then all of a sudden once I saw 3 police cars get out, like stop. They get out, guns drawn, go in the store. I'm like, what is happening in here? Like, who's like, what? It's supposed to be a paint store, but I'm like, whatever. It's cool. It's whatever.
But what do you think is going on in there?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I
we
think
want a theory, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they have some cool colors.
Are they selling pizza out the back?
I think just like put the cocaine in the paint.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, the cocaine in the paint, and then when you paint the walls, you just fucking sniff the wall, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm good.
But you do realize there's people sniffing paint, right? They're just a vapor of the paint. They already
that's
sniff
2
it
for
to get a
1.
high.
Yeah, that's
2
trashy.
for 1.
Cocaine is more classy.
Joey, we know that. We know that. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you add cocaine just to add to the buzz?
For the 2 for it's the double. It's like a Tim Hortons double, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ah, yeah, maybe. It's a double. Canadian double. It can
There
be
it
coffee and cocaine in your paint.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. But no, speaking of which, there was a bar getting off the highway to come to the East End, and it's been called Le Bar for the past, I don't know, I think 20 years. And this place, there's no car, we're talking about pre-pandemic. There's like no cars in front of this place. The windows are always tinted. And I'm like, this is very sketchy. I tried looking up Le Bar to see like what food and alcohol they're serving. They don't have a Facebook page, and I'm like, that's definitely.
Oh yeah,
Maybe they
it's
just
on the
don't use
Facebook
Facebook.
page. That's not real. That place is not even actually there.
Exactly.
Your eyes are lying to you.
They're lying to
Doesn't
me.
exist.
It's on the internet that doesn't
It's
exist.
done with mirrors. What's going on with
or even better, I walk up to the place. I try
shit
opening
going
the
on.
door, but then
What? It's a
everything
joke.
is I would.
You opened the door?
No,
but-
I'm just saying because since it's not like. Never mind, guys. I'm trying to.
You should do it and open the door. Go there and open the door.
Yeah.
You
Do a
can't.
video.
It
Do a
doesn't
YouTube
exist.
video.
It's not there.
Exactly.
It's in your mind.
It's in my mind. The Matrix has me. God,
They're lying to you.
Can you imagine
They're
you
trying to
in
get
the
you
store
to
and
take
it's
a
like,
vaccine.
They're trying to get you to go on Facebook. Facebook is a Facebook plant.
Yeah. You ever thought of
Facebook is
that?
a building there.
plant.
Shit.
They have so much money.
Oh yeah.
It's around the world.
But they have
mean,
to
look
choose
it up.
Le Bar.
They have a Facebook page. You fell for it. You fell for it.
You did.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room? What about like the strip clubs that are connected to motels on the highway? Like, you ever see those?
Oh yeah, no, those are sketchy as fuck, man.
Anybody?
First of all, how is it the elephant in the room?
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
We were all thinking
was
it,
just-
and no
I
one
was
said
just
anything.
thinking about that. Like, how the fuck- what?
You weren't even talking about sex clubs. Wait a second. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Lee Iacocca in 1977. I didn't think he did. How is it even connected to
Wait.
wait a second. Let's deal with the elephant in the room. How come this show is on the internet? What's going on? Let's deal with the elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's true. We're not on Facebook, so it's technically not real.
Oh man.
Actually, we are on Facebook, so
Oh,
we do
shit.
exist.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
okay.
on
Cool.
Facebook. We exist. It's all good.
Yeah,
there you
it's
go.
good. Okay, we're back to reality. It's good.
I stopped existing for a couple of months, then I open another Facebook account. I start existing again.
Yeah. If you have
Hey.
2 Facebook accounts, you exist more.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yes.
shit! I'm gonna spend my day of tomorrow just to create Facebook account.
Did you get banned on Facebook?
No, I just erased my account.
Oh, okay. I got banned on Facebook.
What is
Did I
it?
get banned?
How
What
did
happened?
you
Like, But it was way back when. It was like, I think it was in like, when did Facebook start? 2003, I think now.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
something
actually, I'm
like
not sure anymore. Actually, I'm not sure.
Let's say it was 2005. It was a couple of years
Yeah,
in.
around there.
There was a movie. A woman came out with a movie. It was an Asian woman. I think her name was Amy Wong. Let's say, and she came out with this movie. And what she did is she went around the world meeting other women that were named Amy Wong. That was what the whole movie was about, meeting different people
Okay.
that had the same name as her. And so there was this big trend on Facebook at the time to create Facebook groups of people with the same name that you had, you know? So I thought, oh, this is going to be good, you know? So I went on to Facebook and I looked up my name And then then I opened a bunch of tabs, and then I crafted this message to be like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. I want to join my group. And then I went and I opened all these tabs of all these people. And this is back when like you could actually communicate pretty easily with people you didn't know back then. And so then I took this message and I pasted in all these things, like, you know, like 30 or 50 or whatever it was. And then I went back and then I just like press submit on each one of them, you know? And then when I got to like, I don't know, the 20th one, some message came up like something, I don't know. I was like, I don't have time for this. Click, 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 click. I just kept going, you know? And by the time I got to like, I don't know, the 40th one, I was like, it's not working. What's happening?
You have so much dedication for that kind of stuff. I'm impressed.
I go back, and I can't log in, you know? I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, Facebook must be down. You know what I mean? Like, it was down.
Yeah.
So I went to my wife and said, hey, like, what's going on? Like, is Facebook down for you? She says, oh, no, I'm good, you know? I said, well, I can't get in. She says, well, so she looked me up. I wasn't there. I was gone. They had removed me completely. They had deleted me.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
I was gone. I was just gone, you know? And then what happened was I contacted them and I was like, hey, I don't know what happened. My account, like, I was just like, oh, you know, like,
how did you contact them?
like, oh, I don't know what happened. You know. Anyways, and then a couple days later, I got my account back. Like they just reinstated it.
Wow, they didn't tell you why?
Well, no. Well, also I knew why. Because
because of that.
Well, they considered it was spamming. You know what I mean?
Okay, it is spam. Okay, yeah.
That's pretty much spamming, actually. Yeah.
No, because I was wondering, because like recently I've been noticing, especially now that Instagram is connected with Facebook, like a lot of people will be like, "Yeah, I'm out of Instagram jail." It's like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, everyone's getting banned around me. I'm like, oh shit! Like, I don't know what. Okay, wait, someone.
Claudio, it sounds like there's a
No,
whale
it's just Claudio
with you.
fucking around with his mic.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
Are you looking for whales or something? Like, what happened?
Well, let's
sorry.
actually discuss the whale in the room. The whale in the room. What about those sex clubs?
Are they paint with that Coke paint?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, that's possibly. I still want to know, but anyway, it's cool.
There you go.
Hey, are any of you guys on? I know Victoria's working on Twitter. Are you guys on any of the socials? Like trying to make a big thing of it, or?
I'm being lazy on it, but I'm gonna start with my TikToks though.
Ooh.
I'll start doing TikTok, but I want to do like more like I have to like start getting back on my sketches. So I'm trying to like just sketch out like a comic book, but I'm trying to like learn like little transitions things they have there. I forget the terms, but I was like looking it up. I'm like, okay, I think I can make like almost like a motion comic, but like the ghetto versions, like the old school 2D
cool.
stuff.
I'll try to see it on TikTok.
Yeah, I'll put it on TikTok. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work. Like, but I think I can do it. It's just
Like you're gonna film each picture
I'll just, like,
and then voice it and then show.
Yeah, so I'll put it like I'll take a picture of each thing and then I'll like kind of like record all of it somehow. Like there's a way you can put all the pictures together to make like a video. So that I'll just like pretty much take pictures of each movement and then I'll figure it out that part. And then I'm going to use like a little bit of this thing called Flip a Clip, which is like an animation tool that they use, but like on your phone. And I'll figure that out. That I'm still trying to play around with that right now. But
TikTok is pretty amazing for that.
Yeah,
for editing video.
Just don't tell Claudio that. Claudio he'll just like.
You don't like TikTok, eh?
Why
not?
not?
Claudio fucking hates it.
I'm not a fan of TikTok because for me it's like it's already too much. Because for me, I'm already on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
No,
and
do it again.
I'm like, how long do I have to be on my phone for? You know, like how long
You
do I have to
don't
be?
have to be on it.
No, but I'm saying, you know, like I don't know, TikTok's not like I used to have TikTok during the first part of the lockdown and then for like a few weeks, but then I'm like the more I was looking into this, I'm like, nah, TikTok's not for
So you
me.
gave it a good 2 weeks and then that's it.
That's exactly it.
exactly.
That's
It's been 15 days. Get rid of that fucking shit.
I can't take this anymore.
Get rid of it.
No, it's not for me.
That's fair.
Oh,
that's fair. I
that's
think that's
okay.
fair. Like 14 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to paint a wall in my basement green, you know, to have a green screen.
From
Oh,
that
that's
shop
so
again?
cool.
That's actually cool. Can
Yeah,
you do that?
I'm about to,
Does it work?
no, I bought the paint last night actually.
Uh-huh.
But the thing
Where?
is, I did a lot of research. So my dad lives in my basement, And like I said, like so I'm very limited on space, right? So I'm in a small house to start off with, and then I share it with 3 other people. So I mean, I was thinking of getting one of these backdrops, right? But you need you still need like a good kind of 7 feet, which this area I'm talking about is not 7 feet. On top of it, then you have to like when you got the green screen, from what I mean, this is just based on videos I've watched, is that if it's kind of wrinkly and if it's not tight enough and things like that, right, it can create a lot of problems when you're doing the editing.
Yeah.
And so some people they suggested, well, if you do have a wall, it's better because then of course it's flat, right? So
For
it gets rid of all those issues. So
And it has to be light in a certain way.
I've got all the lighting and stuff, and I'm almost set. I'm almost set on that.
So you buy everything, then you check online, and you are like, you need 7 foot. Fuck.
But like, are you using it for like your comedy shows type thing, like your online shows, or are you using?
Oh no,
it for,
I want to
sketch
do.
shows?
Well, like Victoria's seen it. I can't remember where you saw it, Victoria. I think you've seen it, right? Where I had the Duke Bruce Hetherington.
Yeah, I love Bruce.
Yeah, so I do this character. So I actually I'm gonna do a YouTube channel, but a TikTok as well, where I have this dog mask. It's called a movable mouth mask.
Okay.
So the mouth, you put it on and the mouth moves. So when you have the mask on, your mouth and you have it's a dog and your mouth is moving. You know.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I want to do that. I've done it in comedy shows before. I actually did it in a stand-up show, a Halloween show, in October of 2020. It was really ridiculous. People find it so ridiculous because you're a dog and now you're talking.
Yeah.
Speaking about the elephant in the room.
No, it's the dog in the room.
It's the dog in the room.
Fucking-
We can get it together, Claudio.
God damn it, guys! You guys are moving too quickly. Fuck.
Yeah, go.
So you're going to be using the green screen for YouTube. You're going to be making Bruce Harrington sketches.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do some of my. I'm going to do I want to do some sketches and stuff like that as well. And I want to do. I just feel like to go out and do filming and stuff. It's so time consuming to film on like location, right? Like, well, within my house, I can't really do anything. I could do stuff outside, obviously.
Yeah.
But then it's complicated, right? I also have 2 dogs, right? So like the noise and like if I'm outside, like, you know what I mean? So it's just easier just to, and then you can have any backdrop you want, And the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing, it's not like real, like, as you're not really in the location. No one gives a shit,
Why you're not putting it on Facebook or?
No, I am.
No, don't joke.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I can't put it on Facebook, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not real. But that's cool. But like, that's cool. You could like you could make it like episodic, or like you just like episodic, like, or just different characters each time, or like how
well, I have a number of different ideas. I am looking like on Instagram. What I've learned is that I haven't done it yet, but I've read and seen that one thing that's a good idea is to do series, right? You can do series in IGTV. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and that's a cool idea because then if the person watches your first one, then they could watch the next one, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like if you guys put this on, if you guys could put this on IGTV and you could create a series.
Right.
Yeah.
As example, right?
That'd be a good idea, actually. Can we send over 2 hours video?
No, I don't.
I don't know
think
what the length. I don't know if it's that long, but you could do probably half an hour.
Yeah, like little clips,
them.
like clips for sure.
But what you could do is you could split this up into 4 and make a series, right? And do each one as a series.
Huh.
Yeah.
Each episode
Like
could be a
Luke
series, and you
Lynndale
could have.
part 1, Luke
Yeah.
Lynndale part 2.
Yeah, like what we should do is like maybe like highlights of the episodes or something like that, or just like little little teasers just to get them to come in. Or
You guys should do like what Joe Rogan does. That's a good idea that he does, right?
Yeah,
because he has his regular one, and then he has the clips one, right?
Yeah,
which does what you just described.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, well, he'll highlight. Like, so pretty much it would be like elephant in the room section.
Yeah, basically there's Jimmy working for him, and while he's talking with a guest, he's already has like 3 or 4 clips during the episode.
Yeah,
the guy works fucking fast. Yeah,
he does. Yeah, the Jofos is another podcast. Like pretty much they got like Bruno's doing that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll just put like little clips here and there on Facebook.
Who does the editing for you guys?
We don't do any editing at all.
Yeah.
It's all live.
But the beginning you had like a kind of an opening. Who did that?
Victoria.
That was Victoria. That's Victoria, and I don't know who else, but Claudio did one.
Logo.
Yeah, Gabe's. Yeah, Gabe's is like he's like one of the crew. He just does his things. So
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of fucking funny memes actually.
he does a lot of hilarious memes, but he's really good at like. Yeah, he's really good at. I guess it would be like graphic design, right? I guess he's
Oh, he does a lot of stuff. Like he's graphic designer. He does some video editing also. Did you see the GIF with Pantelis and?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
The Mortal Kombat one.
Yeah, the
like
Mortal
you have
Kombat.
like Poseidon getting out of the end like the snakes of Scorpion, and he's like doing the eyebrow move at the moment he's out. It's fucking perfect.
Okay. Did any of you guys see the opening 7 minutes of Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I saw
I
it.
didn't saw it yet.
I saw it. Yeah.
No, I didn't saw it yet either.
Way too much
Okay.
Japanese wrestling for me.
Way too much Japanese.
Did
Yeah.
you catch that,
Okay, you're
Victoria?
working via. Okay. That's yeah.
Victoria,
there
did
you
you saw it?
No, I didn't saw it.
Yeah, I didn't. Saw
No,
it.
I was like I saw like the first part of the fight because here's the problem. The director said this is gonna be the best fights in cinema history, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, that
Fuck
like
this guy. He doesn't
like
know what he's talking about.
don't
Yeah, fuck
I'm like,
him. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. Well,
Sucks. He
he's
should
talking.
lose his job.
He better deliver because like I can think like easily. Yeah, there's like really good fighting movies. Like honestly, yeah, he has to.
I
fucking
can think
deliver.
of at least two.
yeah.
I didn't watch the fucking movie, but if you brag that much, saying, "Oh, it's the best
Yeah.
fighting fucking movie stories," like you better fucking deliver.
You better
Yeah,
deliver.
or else we'll fucking come down on him like fucking
Yeah.
hellfire.
We'll
Yeah.
show you
No,
a
man.
fight scene. We'll show
burn
you.
his fucking village.
God
Yeah.
damn. Okay, we didn't say that.
And if he has a cat, Joey will fucking chase that fucking cat with a vacuum.
Exactly. Man. Something I don't understand.
It's
And
always
we'll-
funny every
the
time. you bring
raid,
it
yeah,
up.
for sure. The raid had some sick scenes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it just started. Like it was weird because it started out and it's like a bunch of these ninjas, and then he takes like this little like knife thing and he's like tying it, but like they're waiting for him. I'm like, why are you waiting? Like what is this?
So stupid.
It's just like, oh shit. they have etiquette. They're like, oh, okay, just we'll wait when you finish.
Maybe
Make fake things look more real.
Yeah, I want ninjas on trains. That's what I want.
I want
you want-
ninjas on ninjas on ninjas, and then they have like a trench coat. You know what I mean?
You think you have
And
a
then-
giant
Yeah,
with like
guys!
They get into an R-rated movie. That's what happens.
Oh, then they open up
Hey.
and they're all naked.
Oh,
amazing cats with a vacuum cleaner?
god damn! But they don't have a vacuum cleaner. But
They don't.
Oh.
But they got really big schlongs, so it's scary.
Oh shoot! Why, is it because they're Asian or because they're just big? Like I don't.
They're just big. It's not an exaggeration. It's just, you know.
They all
Like
connect.
for some people will be like, that's not real. Then but other people will be like, no, mine's like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
I'm not saying which one of those two people I am. I'm just saying, you know. I'm not saying which side of the coin I'm on. I'm just saying there's two sides. We know where Joey's on. No, I'm kidding. The big schlong part. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
I was
of
about to go there. Right?
Of course.
Of course.
Do you agree, Claudio? Claudio, do you agree?
Yes, I do. I agree.
Well, when
Which
Joey was
side are
saying he
you
was
on?
pacing the cat with the vacuum, he really meant his schlong.
I got it.
Terrifying the cat.
I got it.
Oh shit! God damn. That's one
I
way
actually
to.
meant the vacuum cleaner, but okay, if you want to make it even dirtier than it was, all right. I'm fine with that.
It feels like the Quebec version of Garfield. Just fucking.
Yeah, but that's
What?
me like torturing the cats.
What?
Yeah.
Not but scaring them off and doing pranks. Yeah, that sounds way worse than actually is. like not even like a couple of months after don't fuck with the cats or something like that. Did you saw that? Yeah.
No. Wait, no. What are you
Are you talking about the documentary? Don't.
Yeah,
fuck with cats?
with the Magnota guy.
Oh, watching. Just the trailer. They would whenever it would go on Netflix, they would just play the trailer without my consent, and I would hear the blender, and it just
my
I was
gosh.
like, disgusting.
You have to write to Netflix.
I don't.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to because it like it really
Give more
like
context. Show people getting killed or something. Like make it like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
come
I'm
on,
just trying
man,
to watch The Office. Like, show me kittens in a blender, like right before
that's nice. Yeah.
That's what you want to see before you watch a movie?
That's not what I want to see. That's not.
At least when I'm out for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Pep my appetite up a little bit.
You have a very interesting cat fetish.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's
It's all
scary.
about cats with Joey.
Next episode, we'll talk about it for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
About your cat fetish?
Exactly.
I'm down.
Yeah, I have 2 books coming on that. Going to be awesome.
2 books.
2
Two
books.
book deals on cats.
Is there audio book for?
No,
What are
just-
they called?
Thanks
What's the
God,
titles of the
no.
books?
How
Yeah.
to take care of cats, how to cook cats. Those are the 2 books.
No, it's fuck off Netflix. I'll fuck with the cats, Tom 1 and Tom 2. There you go.
So you don't want to Netflix and chill. You'd rather chill with your cat.
There you go.
makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. That all makes sense. So talking about the elephant in the room.
What is Luke? What's the craziest thing that you've ever seen at a show happen?
Gee, the craziest thing. Well, actually, I did a show in Toronto about 3.5 years ago, and it was a show where people were putting pies like in the face of the comedians
What?
while they were performing.
While they were performing.
Did you know before
know.
getting booked, or you were like second on this show and you
Was
saw
it
like
a-
the first guy getting like
No.
pied in his face?
I actually I kind of had the idea on my own, and then I looked it up, and somebody was doing it in the States. I can't remember if it was New York or Chicago. Anyways, no, but the idea was that I did it twice. The second time I did it on a Saturday as a brunch show, and I hired a clown, like a guy who literally was dressed as a clown. But I didn't know much about him, and it turned out he was like a grumpy clown. Like he was not a happy person, you know?
Yeah.
And so his job was that he was to pie people, like the comedians, as they were the stand-ups, as they were doing their set.
Hmm.
And
So he's
then,
just-
but what's that?
No, sorry. No, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Oh no!
Was
And then,
this a
anyways, and then
painting
with one guy in particular, he was very, I would say, aggressive
Oh.
because the comedian was kind of complaining, but in a way that like the audience was laughing. So the clown was kind of like, "Oh, this is funny," but then it came to a point where the comedian was kind of like still complaining the same way, but to a point where he was like, "No, it's not funny anymore," even though it was kind of hysterical. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
You thought
was
it
kinda
was a
like-
joke until that moment when you realized no, he's actually meaning everything he's saying.
But then, because the comedian was funny, it was still really funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then at the end of the show, I hadn't done this the first time, but the second time I did my set at the end of the show and allowed all the comedians to pie me in the face,
Okay.
which they did very aggressively, I might add.
So basically, the craziest thing that happened to you in a show, that was your idea.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's freaking no. You didn't have to go home after. No. That's not happening.
Yeah, in the metro, the face full.
Yeah,
of
I got freaking.
cream and-
No, but we were well prepared with stuff for people to clean themselves off and that.
Oh yeah, obviously.
We had towels and wipes and all kinds of stuff. So
And
everyone was,
How did you kind of convince them to sign up? Did you tell them they were free lunch on it?
No, I just posted in the Toronto group here, asking if people were like explaining what I was thinking of doing, and people were into it. Lots of people
cool.
actually were into it.
That's pretty cool.
See,
Remarkably,
that's the only time. That's the only time I'd go on stage naked. I'd be like, "Yeah, pie me now." Then when you pie me, then I can just take a shower, and then I just go home. Like I don't want to get pied with my clothes on.
Would you do a different set if you went naked or just your usual?
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, life's weird sometimes, and I'm just naked.
Between 2 bits, it'd be like, let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah, no, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I don't know. Well, actually, you couldn't do it to Claudio
well, those
now.
things I would say are pretty typical. I'm trying to think of any other sort of outlandish type things.
I feel
mean,
like
Yeah,
maybe
that
you're
doesn't
part
add
of.
the idea that'd be funnier, I think. If it's something that happens to you like out of nowhere and it's not you like initiating anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
But
the
you're part
weirdest-
of the improv like community, and I'm guessing
Exactly.
they're more supportive because I feel like the stand-up
comedian,
community, it's
yeah.
kind of I don't know how to
They're
say this.
dicks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that I would say that I find in Toronto both communities can be the same in the sense that I find that stand-up comedians pretty supportive of each other as well as improvisers. At the same time, some people might call them or some people do call them like cliques. You know what I mean? Like groups of people like hang around together. But I just think that's just the normal behavior of human beings, right? You're friendly with more friendly with some people than others, is because you can't be friendly with 1,000 people or whatever, or 300 people. So you like some people, like you guys do this podcast together and all that kind of stuff, So if you see each other at a club, you're going to be more friendly with each other because you know each other and stuff like that.
No, I'd be like, what the fuck? Ew, get away from me.
Yeah, they're like, fuck out of here.
I find that happens in improv just as much as it does in stand-up. And I find that people in stand-up for their friends, like people produce shows and they support those people and they put them on their shows and they're nice with each other and they have those writing groups together and all that stuff. So I find that in Toronto here, it's that's the same in improv as well as stand-up. I don't find it's more in improv in a sense.
It's weird though, because like obviously I won't mention any names, but like there's a lot of people that are saying like, oh, like I was thinking like, oh, I want to go to Toronto or Vancouver and just like do my thing, and then people are like, nah, stay away from Toronto. And I'm like, what? I'm like, why though?
What?
I don't.
Why?
It seems to be like it seems like there's a lot of shows there. That's why I'm like, I don't.
Why do they say that?
I don't know if they're saying like, oh, there's nothing there, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, I know there's a lot of shows, so I'm like, I don't know.
Obviously, there's a lot of fucking people over there. It's all English. It's not like Montreal where you have the two language.
Yeah, but I think that's part of what I was just saying before. Like part of the challenge is like, so for example, like Comedy Bar, where it's in some sense it's probably the biggest club in Toronto, right? Like because a variety of shows, and then comedians can produce their own. So you'll have a show that is an established show that could have been there for 5 years, right? Running every Saturday night, for example, which has like headliners, like folks that perform at Yuck Yucks are there regularly,
Okay.
So some comedians, their issue, like I don't have this issue, like the person who books that show, they've been doing comedy for a long time. These people are their friends. These people are amazing comedians. They're hilarious. You know what I mean? And there's tons of those kind of folks in Toronto. And so to get on that show for some people, and like I'm one of them, it's almost impossible. Do you know what I mean? Because there's so many people to choose from, and you're friendly with those people, right? So why would you not put on someone who's hilarious? You're friendly with them, and you only have like, let's say it's a monthly show. You have 5 spots a month, and if you do it 12, that means you got 60 spots, right? You're going to rotate people to find 60. Like, so maybe you need what 40 kind of headliner or middle to headliner type talent. I mean, there's tons of those folks in Toronto. So some folks never get on those shows and they get all upset. You know what I mean? They're like, I can't get on anything good and everything is fucking like it's difficult. And you're like, yeah, man, but then create your own opportunities. Like that's kind of like part of how it has to be, unfortunately. Like, sure, it's shitty that you can't be on that show, but like if you were that guy, you'd probably do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like you would put on if you were in that scenario, you'd probably do the same thing. So I don't see that. I don't have an issue with that.
I just want to go. I want to go there and try it out like myself. Like I'll hear people say it, but I'm like at the same time I'm like, okay, like some of the people I seen were good, some of them weren't, and I was like, okay, maybe there's like a whatever issue there. I just want to try it out myself.
Well, if you guys come to Toronto, I produce shows here in Toronto. You guys can. You're all welcome to come on my. Live shows
for sure.
If ever we're live again. But before the pandemic, I was producing 8 shows a month in Toronto.
Oh shoot! I forget. Oh, that's freaking tough, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
like you did your 50 shows like last month, 2 months ago.
Yeah. I did 50 shows in 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's a lot of fucking
online.
Shows,
Okay. That's still a lot, man. What the fuck?
That's still a lot, yeah.
That's still freaking.
But you do
that
every year, right? Every year you do like.
Well, it wasn't a plan, but yeah, the year in 2019, I did 40 shows in October. In 1 month, I did 40 in-person shows.
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's good.
It was good, but in Toronto, there's a guy that did 25 mics in a week.
Yeah.
See,
What?
that's what I
That's
want
that's the kind of city to be able to do that, I think.
to do. Yeah,
Exactly.
For sure. For
because
sure.
like
Because
in
on the
Montreal,
French side in Montreal, that's pretty much the same situations. Like before the pandemic, obviously, but yeah, there were so many shows that there were French people like getting out of a show, getting to another show. Right? In English, it's different because there's way less Anglo people in Montreal, obviously. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can't even like you'd be like to do 10 a week. It's like wow, where did you find those shows? Like
Yeah,
there's no way,
exactly. Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no way you can freaking.
I
That's why
felt
I'm like,
good about my 5 shows in a week.
yeah, where
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
when
in Toronto, if you want to do mics, yeah, you can easily do like you can find easily like 10 to 12 mics, for example. And I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you can find more, but that guy there, the reason he was able to do so many too is that he's a headliner. So he could tell people ahead of time, like, listen, when I pop into your show, is it cool if I just pop in and you let me on straight away and I get out, you know? And they were cool with that, you know? So it would be difficult if you weren't in that scenario to do 25,
Obviously.
obviously. But
I
you
know,
could
I know
easily
how to
do
talk.
3. You could easily do 2 or 3 in a night.
Can you imagine you're a producer of an open mic and then there's an open micer coming and say, "Hey, can I pop in last minute?"
Yeah, I
What?
could do that.
Who are you?
No,
Who the fuck
I could
are
do
you?
that. I'd be like, hey,
No,
listen, I'm from another country. I'm kind of garbage. Can you just put me on for like 2-3 minutes? Like he's gonna be interested. He wants to know how bad
Actually,
I
you
am.
know what? Now that you guys mention it, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something now. I actually did a show. Actually, you might even know this guy. I did a. You asked about something weird happening on stage. I'm gonna tell you a story, and you reminded me, Peter, because you said a guy from a different country. Actually, I was doing before the pandemic, and maybe actually 6 months before, even before then, I was producing a show with a guy, and it was called Solo Improv Show, which means that. So obviously in improv, you do like games or scenes or whatever with multiple people, right? But so the idea of this is actually, I saw it. It was being done in Boston. And it's the idea that you have one of these improv games and then you play it by yourself. So you may play several characters or whatever, and you do it by yourself, right? So this was the concept of it. And so so I put it up there, and then the idea is you'd have like 10, 12 people, and then they'd each do one of these things, right? So this one guy contacts me, and I can't remember where he was from, but he wasn't from Toronto. He was going to be in town for the week or whatever. He says, listen, I want to come, and I've got these puppets, and I want to do this thing with the puppets. And I explained to him, I said, listen, it's a game, and what you do is you pick one of the games and you do the game. You know what I mean? Like that's what, you know. He's like, yeah, but I got these puppets. I get it. No problem, you know? I was like, okay, great. So anyways, he shows up on the scene and he has this puppet. And the thing is, he's only supposed to do like, these sets are supposed to be like 4 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's an improv game, and you know, anyways, that's how it works. So he gets up there and then he brings his puppet, and it's kind of like a ventriloquist doll, but the mouth doesn't move.
Oh,
Okay.
that's great.
Yeah,
So
the
it's
mouth
just a
doesn't
doll.
move, and it's just sitting there. But it's like it's kind of shaped the same way, but it doesn't really look the same way because it's anyways, he made it. It's a homemade one, you know.
Right?
And it's got the legs, you know what I mean, still, and the mouth doesn't move, and he's up there and he's having this conversation with it, and he's going back and forth with it, but he's doing the voice, and his lips are moving both times. You know what I mean? But the doll is there, and he's talking to it. Anyways, it was so screwed up, and also like that by its. So like the thing that was weird about it is that he said yes, that he would go along with what the show was about. He said yes, but did not do it whatsoever.
Hey.
Then he went up with the dolls by themselves were weird. Like the whole that was weird. And then the things he talked about were just not funny. Like he didn't do anything that was funny at any time. And it was just, and then he went over time, you know, he did like 10 minutes. You were like, Jesus Christ, we couldn't get him off. Like he wouldn't come off. He's like, oh, I know. And also it was a paid show. So obviously he didn't have to pay, but he had brought a friend. Okay. He had brought a friend, and the idea was, of course, like I don't care, like whoever it is, whether it's your friend or what, like I wasn't giving comps, because the thing is, the room only fits like this particular room only fits like 25 people. And so, you know, and plus we wanted to pay, you have to pay the room or whatever. So like, I don't know, maybe we got 8 people that paid, you know what I mean? So it's $40 and you break even, right?
Yeah.
But so I'm not going to be like, anyways. So, and then he snuck his friend in, and then he wanted to go second. And then after he finished, he just left. He just like
Wow.
he was like, I'm done. I can't watch this. You know, like I can't.
What the hell is going on?
So he did everything right, actually. Everything right from the A to Z.
I know. But that was the weirdest thing. The whole thing was just so bizarre. It was so bizarre. Anyway,
Jesus
it was,
Christ.
It
What was
sounds
he
like
telling-
something that this therapist asked him to do, you know?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
But
what was
when
he
he-
telling the doll?
Oh, I don't even remember what it was. You know what? I actually I have a recording of it. I record most of my sets and like
Yeah.
most of the shows I record them. It's interesting. This week I posted saying like, does anybody have like I've been in a show of mine if they want the recording. I'm gonna soon start going through all that stuff. And then I like it. I have a question for you guys. So I posted that on my Facebook, and then people put like. Is
Yeah.
that them communicating with me?
Yeah.
Is that
just
how they think
acknowledging.
it?
That's a. They
Sometimes it's
acknowledge
just me fucking with the algorithm. So sometimes I just spend 15 minutes of my time just liking random shit online. So don't take it personally if I like your stuff.
It doesn't mean anything. It means people read your thing and they are like,
Okay, well, that's how I took it. Yeah, exactly.
on
That's
you.
how
Yeah,
I took
exactly.
it.
They're
But
like,
it's
oh
like
my
a weird
god.
thing to like, though. I find. You know what I mean?
There were
Well,
a
no.
French comedian that said he was sick and people were liking it. And it's like, it's fucking weird. I just said I'm sick and you like
And
it.
you liking it.
well, that's what happened to Claudio. Like 300 people
Yeah.
liked him going to the hospital, you know?
Yeah.
Diabetes, I'm in the hospital, I'm scared, almost crying, and like you have
They're
a
like,
heart. and
No,
people
he
like
didn't say
you.
the crying thing. He didn't say the crying thing.
No, I'm just like putting it more dramatic than it is.
No. But he
Yeah.
said the crying thing on another post.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you say
That
you were
was-
crying, Claudio?
What happened, Claudio?
That's a brave man.
Yeah, that
I
was
will,
the time we had
a
the
man of
can.
his
We
time.
remember
Oh
you
yeah,
said
yeah. That,
you thought it had the
yeah.
What do you mean?
What?
You posted
Oh,
it.
it's all right.
Everybody's
I
seen
know,
it.
I know. I just
Sure.
don't remember. I'm saying because I don't remember because I'm actually trying to scroll through it because I don't remember what you're talking about.
No,
But it's
the
still on
thing
the
when you.
internet.
Okay, wait a minute.
Claudio.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the elephant in the room. Claudio had this scare. I had scrotal swelling. Okay, which one is worse?
Well,
Yeah,
according to
I remember
Claudio,
that.
his
I'm
bum.
not
His
getting
bum,
into this.
apparently.
How's your
That's
scrotum, by the way?
It's my scrotal. It's scrotal, by the way. But
Squirtle?
What?
Squirtle?
Yeah,
like
the
the
scrotal.
Pokemon?
I
It's
thought
the
it's,
scrotal area.
Oh.
but scrotal is an adjective.
Well,
Right?
I don't make up the language. I'm just
Hey,
telling you
listen,
the word.
with all those books
How's your
behind Luke, I
pinky?
believe Luke.
Yeah.
I believe Luke.
Exactly. Exactly.
My scrotal swelling is doing well.
Okay, good.
See,
Joy's
see,
like, Joy's
See,
like,
Claudio?
what the? Yeah.
See,
Nah,
see,
my
Claudio?
brain just died.
see, Claudio. He didn't cry when he had scrotal, whatever.
Did
He
you
didn't.
cry?
He didn't cry.
No.
No.
He did- Luke
Claudio
didn't
did not
cry.
contact me. A lot of people contacted me directly. Claudio was not one of them.
What an asshole!
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry there, Luke. Okay, I'm sorry. I
It's true.
apologize.
It's true. You didn't say how's your scrotal, and
Scrotum.
Scrotal.
I'm deeply sorry for that, Luke.
Sorry for the scroll. I hope the dick is all right.
You know what was disappointing when I went in for it? I said to the woman, I was like, wow, I wash my hands and everything, because it's an infection, right? And she
Yeah.
said to me, she says, oh, you don't get it like that. It happens like within your body. I was
So
like,
you can't
what?
control it?
What? I can just get it like with that? Like I do everything right, I still get it? Like that's not good,
Is it a
That's-
prank that your own body's doing to you?
What's that?
Is it a
Is it a
prank
prank?
that your own body's doing to you, like making swell your balls so basically you panic and everything?
Yeah, it's just a prank.
Yeah, exactly.
Your own
It's just a
life
prank, bro.
is
Just a
like,
prank.
Okay, we have
Yeah,
nothing to do today. Let's fuck with the guy.
It was just a TikTok prank. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Freaking-
said it on TikTok and you're
My
like,
wife
oh,
did a
those
prank
sons of
on me,
bitches.
and she gave me scrotal swelling. This is a prank.
Can you
You
imagine
get a
you
lot
do
of
prank
views.
TikTok, you're like scrolling through the TikTok thing and you're like, oh, those sons of bitches.
It was just a prank.
Prank. Did it.
Just
Yeah,
the
okay.
hospital bastards.
Goddamn. It's the scrotum challenge. No, we call it.
Shut up. College.
Well, I should say that maybe how I got it is that the week before I got it, I went to La Bar. I don't know if I told you. guys
Oh,
about that place.
Labar. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Okay.
went to La Bar, and then I
Shit.
got it right after. So
So
Claudia,
you
you
got
should
it
check
from
it out.
there, you think?
Oh
I
yeah.
think I might have got it at La Bar, the scrotal swelling.
Labar? Shit.
Mm.
Or maybe he's like, that's a penis enlarger.
What?
Well, it should go like on the dick, not on the balls. So yeah. Sorry
Yeah,
for
but
that.
it makes you.
Wait,
Know,
the scrotum is the balls or the dick?
I don't. Oh, fuck.
Are you being serious right now?
No, wait.
Are
It's
you
the
being
skin.
se-
It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
it's the
Are
ball
you being-
skin, right?
Are you being
It's the
serious
ball
while we're
skin.
live?
Oh yeah,
What do
just
you do with
fucking.
your boyfriend? What do you do with your boyfriend? I just.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
just-
No, but I
same.
know I've
What do you-
seen the parts. I just don't know what they're called. Like, is it the skin around the?
It's the balls.
It's the balls. Okay. There you go. I got it. I got it.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for giving you this much information and Victoria finding something new tonight. So
I have a feeling that tonight, when Victoria goes to bed, she's gonna be beside her boyfriend and go like, this part here
No,
is the
no,
scrotum.
no, Luke,
This is the
part
dick.
here is the dick.
And she's pointing at it.
No. I just picture her on like Google, just looking at her boyfriend's penis and just looking on Google, like, okay, that's that part. That's the tip. That's the
Let's
tip.
address the elephant
That's
in
the-
the room. Why is boyfriend's
Well, why
penis
do
would
you
be on
need
the
to know all
internet?
the scientific names for these things? It's not useful.
It's
Well,
not
it-
that scientific.
It's not a scientific name.
Common
I mean,
knowledge.
that's something you learn in like fourth grade in sex
Jesus
ed.
Christ.
There's no beakers involved. Like,
No, but
we're not mixing chemicals. Like, what are you talking about?
Jesus
Wait a
Christ.
second. You scrotum? Get the fucking chemistry kit.
Oh my god.
my goodness,
Oh,
man.
guys, I'll be honest with you. This is the best laugh I've had in a long time.
Oh man.
Oh, tonight's episode's fantastic.
Fucking crazy.
Oh,
Now
man.
remembering cheese scene in Austin Powers. What's
What?
going on, Captain? What the hell's what's Captain YOLO up about? What's going down?
Stop clicking on the same time. Thank you. There you go. I'm now remembering a cheesy scene in Austin Powers. Hey, Captain YOLO, which ones?
yeah, which one?
There's a lot of them.
Cheesy movies.
Yeah. I know.
What happened to Mike Myers? Or was it no? Was
Yeah,
his,
Mike-
what's his name?
yeah,
Yeah,
it is
Mike
Mike
Myers.
Myers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, his
Michael
career.
Myers is the one with the white mask and killing
No,
people.
Yeah.
Mike
Allegedly.
Myers, his career is finished. He's
Oh
he's
shit!
tr-
God damn.
he's been
How do you
he's been
know?
trying to make. Well, I've been following up on
Oh, shit.
actors. He's been trying to make Austin Powers 4 happen for like the past few years now.
Yeah,
and,
because they were teasing at the end of the third, like another one coming. And
yeah,
that never came.
yeah,
Shoot.
yeah.
Actually, I saw he was doing like Wayne's World commercials, but then like,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
shit.
you're making. Oh, okay, he's referring to the dick pump he was trying to make the guard believe it wasn't his.
Yeah.
And then he kept like getting out stuff like I never get out without my dick pump. My dick pump is the most personal belongings to me. Austin Powers, like all that. The joke was like just that actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
I miss those movies. I wonder if I'd laugh at those movies now. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
think so. I
comedy
tried
doesn't-
watching them again, and it's not.
Comedy is one of those things that doesn't
Well,
get
they're-
old really.
Are they a little bit racist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? No, I remember like they had the KKK thing, and then the guy he's like, so what are you gonna do, ice cream man? I thought that was freaking hilarious. That was funny, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
that's about
Isn't
it,
there
man.
like a fat guy that's like Scottish and he eats a whole baby and then he
Yeah,
gets
exactly.
yeah,
out?
yeah,
like
fat
French we
bastard.
call him ventripotent. I don't know how you call him.
Fat bastard.
it's like
Fat bastard?
Yeah,
Bastard. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
you
fat
know.
bastard.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a
And he was always
the
making
comedy
a
has evolved
sad.
a bit.
yeah.
Yeah, he was always making a sad monologue and then farting at the end of it. At the moment, you were like, "Oh, that's full. Fuck him."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You laughed at Space Jam? I never laughed once at Space Jam.
Yeah,
Captain.
same.
What's
It
what's-
is funny. It's funny.
Well, it's
What?
Michael Jackson playing with cartoons. What's not funny about it?
Exactly.
No, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I was like, Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
look, that's
it'll
like
be-
me.
that'd be a very different.
Yeah.
Like the cartoons running away from him. Come,
They're
come
making
to
it.
Wonderland.
Are they making another version of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Space
are.
Jam
yeah.
2, yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
number 2? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
LeBron
Yeah.
James is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron James,
Cool.
and then,
Yeah,
and
I
then
heard he's giving Winnie the Pooh a blowjob.
what? Why?
you-
Winnie
Oh,
the Pooh's not
why?
in there.
Watch the no.
It's
Watch
not a
the
Looney Tune.
I know, but basically because you know that Winnie the Pooh is often like
He's gay?
linked with
Where do
the
you watch
Chinese
these
leader,
videos?
the Chinese leader like Xi Jinping, basically.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and he got into trouble. I saw a funny meme about him
Well,
getting butt
apparently in the
fucked by
movie
Winnie
when
the
that
Pooh.
happens, some of the dialogue is like, "Is this a scrotum or is this the dick?"
The Space Jam. No, I'm joking. No.
Yeah, Bugs
Damn it,
Bunny
damn it,
pointing
damn
with
it.
his.
That's some of the
Jesus
dialogue.
Christ.
That's pretty. Yeah, that sounds like
And
Space
people
Jam.
got mad because the rabbit lady wasn't sexy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Fucking cartoon rabbit lady. Think about it.
Exactly.
Just,
Hey,
just
man.
let
Hey,
it
man.
be, man.
Hey,
Hey,
man. People
listen.
get mad about anything.
Yeah, I mean, like just hentai. Hentais, you got cartoons going at it.
Yeah.
You know, just
There you
banging it
go.
out. See, there he is. So you got hentai.
That was the sound of silence.
That's cool.
I think we're reaching the end of the episode, man.
Are we?
Yep.
We could.
Yeah, if you guys want, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, you know what? That's one thing I have to talk about. Like, apparently,
What?
in UK there was like a gender reveal thing, but so they used like this like fireworks thing, but apparently it was heard like 100 miles away. So I'm like, I
What?
don't know, I don't know what type of explosives.
it was heard in Scotland.
I hate
Yeah.
to say that, but back in my days, parents
Mm.
were people were learning about the gender of the kid, like being like, "Oh, it's a boy. Okay, fine," and they tell their friends and everything.
That
There
was
were
it.
no party for that kind of stupid shit. We're already happy that he was born. We didn't need
Yeah.
a fucking party to figure out like,
Yeah.
oh, is it a boy, a girl? And fuck
They're
My
like,
son
oh,
was born in 2010. We didn't do anything.
yeah, there you go. There you go. Exactly.
We were just like, it's a girl. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, see? See
my
how hard
dad.
it is?
See, my dad just like looked at me like, what are you? What is that? Like, get out of
He's
here.
like,
Yeah, You know, he saw it was a boy. It's like, yeah, just one dick in the neighborhood to check.
Why would he check it?
Because if he had a daughter, you have to check for the other boys in the neighborhood trying to get into her pants.
Already?
Not
That's a
at
good
his age,
analogy.
but down the line. It's like,
that's actually
I don't
a
know
good
if you know about
analogy.
it. It's called long-term planning.
Yeah.
but
that's
if he
okay.
doesn't have a daughter, he doesn't have to check.
Yeah,
Like,
that was the joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, yeah, I wouldn't even like. It's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna like guard your daughter? Like, what do you like Carey Price? You'd be like, get through me to get to my daughter.
Yeah,
Like,
but you know how dads sometimes gets with their fucking daughter. Like they were players back in their days, and then they see
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
guys doing the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was like that. He was very aggressive. He was
Oh,
scary.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I saw the movie Carrie, so I don't want to lock her up.
What?
That's
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You see what happens. He develops
she developed-
telekinesis and
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he started killing people in
in
high school.
prom. Yeah.
In America, there's only one proper way to kill people in high school, and it's with a gun, not with telekinesis.
Mhm.
or education.
Mhm.
Education, yeah, of boredom. That's true.
That's okay.
Mhm.
That's good.
That is.
Yeah, we went that was a very dark note. Anything else, Luke? You wanna?
So, Luke, on that note, is there anything you want to plug in?
Yeah.
Where can
Oh,
people
man.
find you?
Is
Well,
there a
I'm on
TikTok
social
channel
media.
you want people-
I'm Luke Lynndale everywhere on social media.
Okay.
And I don't know. I got a show tonight at 11 o'clock. And I got
Do
a
you?
show. Yeah. I got a show, 2 shows tomorrow night. One at 7 and one at 10:30
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Eastern
hey,
online.
dude.
Eastern time. All right.
Nice.
And
All
what's
right.
up? What's going down, Damon Ho? All right, that's cool. That's
Sorry for
cool.
you,
That's
but
cool.
we're about to close the thing though, so you came really at the end of the episode, but it's still
Yeah.
available on YouTube. So if you want to catch
Exactly.
Guys,
Exactly.
come on, subscribe to the Dirty Four. It's gonna be great, man. It's good
Yeah, there you
times. You'll learn about
Exactly.
scrotums, and naked
Yeah.
guys chasing cats.
You'll,
That's
you'll
all you
never
learn.
guess. You'll never guess
Yeah,
where the scrotum.
exactly.
up, you learn
Exactly. We'll never
exactly what
guess.
to do after a shower with a vacuum cleaner and a cat.
Yeah,
That got nasty and
and it
violent.
has something to do with connecting with Space Jam. So you'll have
Yeah,
a fun
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah,
time. Have a
fun
fun time.
time.
Just tune in. Just tune in.
So Luke, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Honestly, it was really fun. Ladies and gentlemen, follow Luke Lynndale on all social medias. And folks, if you didn't like, share, and subscribe to the Dirty Four, go ahead and do so. And we're going to be back here next Sunday, tomorrow night, Dirty Four en français with me and Joey. And then on Wednesday, Quick and Dirty with Joey and Captain YOLO. Have yourselves a good night and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.